back, everybody. I'm glad you joined us again, even though there were some interesting sonic problems last week.
There were some interesting sonic problems because Duke's a doofus.
I had the mic set to this thing instead of this thing.
Holy Jesus Christ!
And I didn't even check that. I should have been something I checked. Like, why am I so quiet?
Because you're a doofus. That's why you were so quiet.
I guess. Doofus. Doofus.
God. Yeah. Like rookie arrow using OBS, that is.
I guess. Yeah, but to be fair, I was doing like 10 things at once. If you had hosted the Zoom call, Stu, maybe I would have had an easier time.
Mind you, it shows you how long ago it is since you used, like, since you hosted the show, because presumably you were using your other headset mic at that point.
No, that's not true. It's because the last time I used OBS, I was streaming a video game, and I didn't want to futz with this mic, so I had this mic in effect, and so it makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, that makes total sense now.
Total sense. But I guess in the future, I should always use this Yeti mic, no matter what I'm doing. Just right here. Just be right in it. Right?
Yeah. Then it doesn't matter because it'll be set as that mic.
Yeah, nobody cares. Chinny, you're back.
Hey, Mike.
Welcome back.
How are you, Mike? Happy anniversary and birthday and all that
It's your anniversary and birthday?
Yeah, it was our wedding anniversary on Monday.
Awesome.
And it was my birthday on Friday.
Aw, yay.
I am now.
Can I say I got a Google Photos #memes at your wedding?
Yeah.
Got one of them. And he went, look, you were here now, 3 years ago.
Yeah. I am now 36.
Wow, you're so fucking old.
Happy birthday.
36.
Jesus Christ.
Just to give you an idea.
It's your birthday time to skank it up hard.
I cannot believe you're 36.
22 when we started doing the show.
36. You are so old.
That's not even old enough to shave.
July 2000, July 2008. I was 22. That's when we started podcasting together. I am now 36.
36. Good God.
37. God. Anybody out there knows what 37 refers to? Holler at your boy.
So.
What I can't get my head around is like, it seems like yesterday when I did the surprise turn up at your 30th birthday party. That doesn't seem that long ago, but now like you're on the way to 40.
Yeah.
I mean, you're nearer 40 than 30, big time now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so old.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Why are we getting old? Why are we all so old?
It's fucking awful, isn't it?
It's because we don't have the technology.
You can be like Duke or like my wife, where they say, "Oh, you should be grateful for every birthday." Fuck
exactly
that.
Yeah, fuck that shit off. Someone said to me at work the other day, like, "You're only as old, you're only as old as you feel." And I'm like, I feel like shit most of the time. I kneel down and I have to get old or something to pull myself back up again, right?
Well, every time I have a birthday, I feel like DJ B-Day.
Here at the Fun Zone, we live by one rule. When it's your birthday, you're always cool.
I feel like it's more like mentally, I feel like I'm 15, so I'd rather do that than the as old as you feel shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're as old as you feel,
most people
so don't go into any R-rated movies then, Stu.
If you're as old as you feel, then I must be just dead.
Yeah, you must be. You're already halfway under.
Well, it's like on 30 Rock. Tracy, you can't keep living like this. You're in your 40s now. Nuh-uh. I took a real age test. It says I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn, your teeth are falling out. What's happening next?
True. So,
insert joke about British people's teeth.
Tara thought it would be good to climb Mount Snowdon.
Yeah, I saw this. How did it go?
I hadn't quite anticipated how steep it would be, even though it's a mountain.
Can we just say, right, Snowdon is the second tallest mountain in Great Britain, I think?
I think so, yeah.
I think Ben Nevis is first, then it's Snowdon, then it's Scafell Pike, which are known as the three peaks.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge.
I didn't know that, but yeah, I'm going along with it, yeah.
Nevis, MacDooey,
Rariach,
Cairn Tool, Aonach Big. No, what did you climb, Chinny?
Snowdon is way down the list then, I guess.
Oh, it's way down there, I guess. It's not even in the top. Wow.
Well, it's the tallest mountain in Wales. We'll go with that.
It's fucking high anyway.
It's high. It's high.
The highest point in Wales is Snowdon. Yeah, highest in England is Scafell Pike.
Scafell Pike, which I just said, that's in the Pennines. That is.
Yeah. Northern Ireland. Anyone? Any guesses?
Bongo's house.
No, we did say biggest house in Ireland.
Slave Donard.
Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll go with.
So anyway, I climbed that. Happy birthday to me.
How were your legs at the end of it? How
are they now? That you can't see below the waist of this webcam, but I've sawn them off. Because I have.
That's kind of how I felt when we were in Edinburgh. The Duchess was like, "Let's climb to the King Arthur seat or whatever it is," and I was like, "All right, I'm up for that." And we got about halfway up, and I'm like, "I'm no longer up for that."
Yeah, that's pretty high too.
Yeah, King Arthur's seat is
rocky as hell.
Like the first part, we went on the easiest path. So this is the basic bitch path. There are many paths to the top of Snowdon, and we went on the Llanberis path.
Yeah, right? This is you're a rookie path.
You're an absolute tool.
Yeah.
Go on.
Why put on this pink bow?
And it's the longest path, but it's the easiest path. And
is it a golden path that?
It's the golden path.
Golden path.
So
nice callback, Stu.
Nice callback from like 6 years ago.
I did well there. Well, my memory's not what it used to be, so you know what I'm saying.
So we went on that, and there's a train that goes along the path, and it mocks you, and it goes, "Fuck you, idiots!"
Let's be honest, you can walk faster than the train.
I don't know. I didn't.
Ostensibly,
I did not.
Slow train.
At first, maybe, but later, I mean, halfway up the trail, no.
I've been on that train.
Yeah, it ain't a fast train, but it's still going quicker than me. And I suppose. I don't know. It's fucking steep. I know it's a mountain, but I can't emphasize how fucking hard it is to go up a mountain.
How high is it? It is 3,560 feet.
Yeah.
Or 1,085 meters. So it's pretty
Gareth
tall.
saw like Edinburgh. I said it like that. That's what I said.
It's pretty tall. So it's about a kilometre high, pretty much. Give or take 85 meters.
Yeah, and it wasn't. We had great weather when we was in Wales, so we did the fastest zip line in the world as well.
I saw pictures of this. You look like you enjoyed yourself.
So that was great, and that unusually sunny day for North Wales. But I got so you do the fastest zip line, and then a guy stops you, and I don't know. I've never been in fucking North Wales, have I? Right? So I get off it, and it's literally I've just come off this zip line, and he goes, you picked a great day for it. I go, yeah. Is it usually sunny? Is it usually rainy then in around here? And he's like, yeah, mate, in North Wales, yeah. And I'm like, all right. I don't fucking know, do I?
It's the mountains, Chinny. There's mountains.
I don't know.
In mountains.
Do you know what I mean?
Generally,
get me off this zip line, you fucking wanker. So we did that, and Tara loved that as well. Yeah, so that was good. It is quite scary.
Just double check. So you walked down as well. So you climbed up and then came back down the mountain.
What, Snowdon?
Yeah.
You don't walk down a zip line, just to let you know. You fly down.
So was the zip line?
Have you never played a video game with a zip line on it, Stu?
No. The zip line is in a separate quarry in a different place.
Well, that's what I thought. So I'm asking about the coming down the mountain.
The coming down the mountain is also fucking ridiculously hard as well.
Wow.
So we went all the way up. And there's a queue at the very top. Can you believe this? This is
yeah, COVID for you, that man. Everyone's just getting out there.
Out on the base jumping side of the top. The platform where you base jump, there was no line there.
I pushed the dog off there by accident.
Take that, dog.
So there was a queue to because there's a round wooden, I don't know, stone thing that says you're fucking there. I don't know.
Yeah, I've stood there, but I didn't climb it. I just got on the train like a normal person.
Yeah,
but you still get the picture.
Yeah, I've got a picture. I posted a postcard from the highest.
You're a sucker, Chinny.
Or something it is.
So anyway, I did that, and then Fraser asked how long did it take us to climb it. It took us 3 hours to get to the top.
That's pretty good.
We had one we stopped. There's a halfway calf, and we sat there for a little bit. Went up there, took a photo, and then went back down. And it took us about 2 hours to get back down. But we had a sandwich at the halfway calf on the way down.
Now here's the question: did you, while you were in Wales, did you stop at the village of?
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
So I'm amazed at your pronunciation skills there, Duke.
Thank you. I've worked hard
Pretty
to
impressive.
memorize
It's
it, yeah.
impressive.
That's very good. No, Duke, get ready. No, we didn't stay at the.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to sort of guess where it is you didn't stay at.
No,
try it again.
We didn't stay at.
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
Why not? Why? I mean, I would think
did...
anybody who goes to Wales would want to go to.
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
But I do know of.
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
There's somebody in Wales right now. Be like, oh my God, they're saying it. They're saying it. That's not
And
us,
funny
attention
enough-
listeners. We're using some very sophisticated audio tricks to make it seem like we're saying the name of this town.
Don't pull the curtain. And funny enough, right, I was thinking of.
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
And there are some.
But I understand that Tara has no interest in visiting.
Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobws Llantysilio Gogogoch.
It's the thing with Wales, right? The place that we stayed at in Snowdon. I can't even fucking. No.
Oh, sorry.
No. No. Have you got a gunshot sound? Have you got a gunshot?
I don't think I have a gunshot sound. No.
Play the explosion.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's close enough, to be fair.
This one.
That's me exploding that man to death. We're never going to do that again. So
yeah.
The thing is, we stayed in some place, and
right.
I can't pronounce the fucking name of the place.
Well, of course not. It's a Welsh place.
I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But we stayed at a B&B, and the guy was from London, and he was very, very nice, very friendly, but he was like too friendly. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like he was like, right, this is where you've got to go. You've got to go to Lake Ogwyn, and then you got to go to Devil's Kitchen, and then you got. I'll write it down. He wrote about 8 things. I was like, mate, we've only got a day. All right.
Was he a Cockney?
Yeah.
Dude was a Cockney in
was.
Wales.
Yes.
Interesting.
I was like, so what we did, I used to be an hairdresser. Yeah, hairdresser, right? We packed it all down. We came out here. We fucked the city. It's too dirty.
Now it's Terry Tibbs.
It's too grimy. We went, fuck it. We're going to a national park. Pick one on the map. It was fucking Snowdon. That was the nearest one. And then we went there. We thought, fucking lovely. B&B, boy, that lovely. We went to the fucking lake. Got the drone out all day, mate. All day. Anyway, enjoy your day. I'll give you 8 things to fucking do. You only probably do 2 of them anyway. I used to be an hairdresser. So anyway, that was our breakfast. That
was your breakfast. That was the breakfast chat.
And there are fucking Londoners everywhere in Snowdon.
Oh
everywhere.
Yeah, because they can't go abroad, man. They're not in Benidorm.
You're having a meal.
You know
you're
what I
having
mean?
a fucking meal. It's like, all right, we'll get your fucking drinks in, mate. Yeah,
They're all trying to meet Edward.
And then, funny enough, I might pop down that town with a long name. What's it called? It's called.
What is it?
What's it called?
It's called.
Taimeta Hawaka, Tangai Hangai Kawaii, Ayuta Mati Apoka I, when you are Kaitan, you.
There you go.
That's a pronunciation guide on YouTube for the Welsh town is actually not the second longest place name. This is a hill in New Zealand in southern Hawke's Bay that has Maori origin, and it's longer than the Welsh one. So how about that?
Wow, that's impressive. And you say like that, I'm guessing.
It sounds like a joke website or like some sort of weird squeaky
I don't know.
thing,
I think it's good. I like it. I like the sound of that place. I want to go.
Is what it sounded like.
It does sound racist. It's probably a better pronunciation
Like
somewhere.
F, the sound of the letter F, and most people get this wrong.
Stop.
But that's how to say it. Let's
Okay.
Stop.
Okay,
I don't know what that
okay,
is.
okay.
We're just getting into playing videos on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
Is that not why we're here?
No.
No.
So, anyway,
Okay.
I enjoyed myself in Wales. We went up a mountain, then we
Yes.
went round a lake, and then we went
Yes.
to Aber Falls, but Aber wasn't there. Funny enough,
Really? They've just released a new album.
I know. That's what I was like, fucking hell.
Wow.
The things stars have to do to promote their music.
Missed opportunity.
Mamma
if you ask me.
mia.
Yeah.
I see what you
I
did there.
know.
Wow.
Anyway, so we went there. It's a big waterfall. There was a guy who thought he was Peter Andre, took his top off at the bottom of the waterfall. It was hilarious. And
Did he have a tattoo?
then we went to Port Merion today.
Oh, I love Port Merion. Oh,
So
my
Port
God, I love
Merion
that
was
place.
like a fucking weird Italian village in the middle of Wales.
It's cool. It's totally cool.
It's dumb. No, it's
It's
fine.
not. It's not. It's a super cool place.
No, it is cool, but also, how much?
Yeah, yeah.
15 fucking quid just to walk in?
They filmed a very famous TV show there called The Prisoner in the
did they?
70s.
Yeah, they based that Simpsons episode on that.
It had enemies, which were basically these massive inflatable balls that used to chase people around.
Yep.
Cool.
But you can stay there, by the way. You can stay in the little huts.
Yeah.
Speaking of trivia, what is the highest point in London? Anybody know?
I'm guessing the Shard.
Nope.
I
don't think this is like structures. I think this is like land.
Well, you didn't say that, did you?
Fine, I'm saying it now.
The Queen's
bitch ass. Natural points.
The Queen's
natural points.
rectum.
I have no idea.
Westerham Heights.
Oh yeah, there you go. We knew that, didn't we, Chinny?
Bromley.
There you go.
All right, moving on.
Westerham High.
I think we should have a story time.
My favorite time. It's story time.
That's his Wikipedia article. What do you want from me?
Yeah. By the way, Chinny, I did ask, did the bloke who got his top off have a tattoo?
No.
No. So I've just thought I'd check, because I wanted to clear that up, because it tends to be blokes who get the tops off have tattoos. I don't know.
No,
why.
but he was kind of like, he was in his 50s,
Yeah.
but he was in good shape.
All right, it wasn't like some big bloater.
No, he was in good shape, and I feel like did he have a tattoo also applies to people that are in shape. They usually get their tops off first.
Well, they're the ones getting their tops off. I'm not.
But then
taking
my
top
argument
off.
to that would be, if I was ripped, I'd also get my top off a lot.
So you didn't get your top off then, Ginny? Just checking.
I got my dick
Tops
out.
exist for people who aren't in shape. That's why we invented tops.
No, and then there was a guy sort of paddling around at the bottom of the waterfall with bare feet going, look at me, I'm so random. Oh my God, I'm so fucking random. And then he cut his toe, and then I laughed at him.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh God, you've
Suck it,
absolutely
guy.
got to go to Lake Ogwen. It's fucking fabulous.
Lake Ogwen.
It's fucking
That actually-
brilliant. Honestly,
That actually
the trails
does sound
around
like
there.
a place in Wales.
I mean,
by
there's
the
a
way.
lot of fucking sheep shit everywhere, but when you get there, it's fucking tranquil. You understand? It's fucking tranquil. It's not like the busy streets of London. Wales, everyone.
Wales.
Yeah.
Great.
Right. Anybody got a story?
I bought a car, by the way. I did buy one.
Oh yeah.
All
I
right.
alluded last week. I was
Did
going
you
to
buy a
look at it.
fucking
you were
hybrid?
going to.
Because I don't
bought-
want no
well, of
fucking
Of course you
dirty.
bought a hybrid. Oh,
Ginny,
it's
I've
gotta
had a
have
hybrid for the last.
I know you
8
have,
years.
darling. I know.
Did you get a
but
new hybrid?
I got a
thing
new
is,
hybrid.
Fuel efficient hybrid?
I don't know if you
Yeah, it's
heard,
better.
but global warming is a thing, Stu, and I don't.
Yeah, and that's why you should have an electric car, Stu. It's
Fuck
really not very
that
earth
shit.
friendly. I thought you
Fuck
liked
it.
the earth.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
by
Why
the
even
way-
bother with a hybrid then if you're not going to really
By the way,
commit? Don't bother.
they have got a hybrid car that they make that has a range of 359 miles.
A hybrid car has a range of infinity miles. You just put gas in it.
No. An electric car.
Yeah.
They make an
It's
electric
pure
car.
electric. If it's just electric,
Pure electric. That does
then it's not a hybrid.
359 miles. Not
Okay,
a hybrid.
Yes.
Pure
Right.
electric.
That's a good range.
359 miles.
They keep
And-
expanding.
and-
But I tell you,
Hey,
I
if-
keep saying this. Once you can swap out batteries, that will be the game changer.
But
well,
then-
no, because this car,
Yes.
this here car, right?
Yes.
If you got down to 10% battery and you have a super high powered
explodes.
charger, no, it can charge in 30 minutes from 10 to 80% capacity. 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but you still don't want to wait around for 30 minutes.
Or it might be 18. Was it 18 minutes? Might be 18 minutes. It wasn't very
The
long.
point is,
anyway,
you don't want to sit around waiting. You just want to swap it out and go. That's why we need swapping
Yeah,
out
well, you can't.
batteries.
You know why you can't do that? Dude?
Are you happy with your new car?
Because
Nobody
because
cares
those
about
batteries are
arguing about
fucking
electronic
expensive. I haven't
car
got it yet.
batteries.
I don't get it till Wednesday.
What car have you got?
Sake. I got a new car. I
A
don't have it, but I have
Hyundai
it.
Ioniq. I've got.
Hyundai
Does it look like this?
Ioniq.
Yeah.
Hyundai Ioniq.
Ooh, what a save! What a save!
It's the most expensive car I've ever
Rocket League
bought.
car.
So,
A tenner?
How much was it? 10 million?
Yeah, no.
Tenner.
Most expensive car I ever bought. But
We won't ask
How
how
old is it?
you can't. 3 years. It's a 2018.
3 years.
3 years.
Fucking hell.
14,000 miles on clock. It's like brand new.
One little lady was.
You don't want to buy it brand new, do you? Because
No,
I mean, it
God,
loses 3 grand when you drive it off
No,
four
no. As
courts.
soon as you drive it away, man, soon drive it off.
It looks,
so, yeah.
Stu, it looks exactly like your old car.
It does not. It's a proper hatchback, so I can put the seats down and everything. It's well impressive. It's very fancy though because you can connect it to your phone with an app.
Yeah, warm it up in the winter. We talked about
Warming
this
up in the
last
winter,
week.
you can unlock it.
Yeah, I heard.
It.
Sorry, I did hear the show
weird.
last week, and thank you, Dan,
Yeah.
for filling in. But
Yeah,
when
Dan
you
did.
said
Thank you, Dan.
that you could connect your car with an app and warm it up, I was like, "Fucking hell!" He really is 6 years behind everything, isn't he?
Why? Can you connect your fucking car to an
No,
app and
but
set
the
it
fact
to warm up
I
in the
know
mobile?
that
Fuck
can
off,
happen,
then.
right? I know that's a thing. You said it like, guys, there's a bit of a secret going
My
round.
car has this thing
I
in it.
didn't know.
Nobody's ever heard
I didn't
of
know
it.
that was a thing.
Guys,
I didn't know that was
just
a
to let you
thing,
know,
did
I'm going to
I?
fill you in because this is going to be
Christ.
massive soon, right?
Did you know you can
Jesus
double jump
Christ.
in Rocket League?
Did you
But-
know, right, that there's a feature on your phone called Bluetooth?
Have you guys heard about this stuff called Velcro? You don't have to tie your shoes anymore.
Actually, it doesn't use Bluetooth because that's too far away. No, it uses full
Well,
wireless.
my
to
point
do it,
was
darling.
is that Bluetooth is an
Um,
old technology that you know.
yeah,
I think it's probably cellular, Stu. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it if you weren't at home.
I don't know. It does some
Well, don't
sort of
front then, acting like
fancy
you know.
shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
you know what?
We
Kay
are going to talk
thinks-
about video games, people. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Eventually,
You know
this
what,
will
Kay?
happen.
You know what Kay thinks makes it a posh car?
What's that?
It's got
Seat warmers?
a sunglasses holder in the middle of the lights above your
I thought
head.
every car had a
Well,
sunglasses.
so did
I've-
I, but I've never had one with a sunglasses holder before. But Kay thinks
Does,
it
well,
was
does
that's not
Kay
very
live in the
fancy.
fucking Stone Ages or
I
something?
think
What's
she
the matter
does.
with that?
I think she does.
Whoa, whoa, wheel round wheel. Ooh.
Oh wow, you have 4 tires instead of 2.
But no, it's cool. I liked it. Yeah, it's a cool car. It's cool. So,
Wow, you have doors.
Yeah, is it though? Is it cool?
60
you said it's a
64.
hatchback.
64 miles to the gallon combined, which is
Oh, well,
pretty
that is
good.
the measure of cool. When I think about a cool car, I think how many miles to the gallon?
Yeah, well, that's what I think because I drive a lot of miles every day. So I'm.
That's why you're the coolest person in the world. 'cause
Exactly.
You're like, I have an efficient car.
Exactly.
So when do you actually take possession of it?
Wednesday
When will you be
morning.
Where did you
Wednesday-
buy it
driving
from?
and styling.
I had to go to Stockport. Like
Okay.
to bloody Stockport, I did.
I was in Stockport the other day.
Were you? There you
Damn,
go.
Chinny's all over the place.
Were you near Pyramid? Did you
Oh
see
no, I know what you
Pyramid?
mean though, because
You can see it off the
because
motorway.
Simeon
Pyramid.
lives in Stockport, so I go to Stockport a lot.
Well, the garage is directly behind the Pyramid.
I know the
That's-
pyramid. Yeah,
You know the Pyramid. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah.
So it's there. So it's not too bad. It's like literally straight off the motorway. So,
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be there. I'll be driving my new car on Wednesday, and I'll tell you how cool it is next week. Anyway, that's not.
It
video
sounds like
game.
you've already told us. I don't think there's
Well, I
anything
don't
left
know,
for you
yeah,
to tell
totally.
us. Next
Let me
time.
guess.
That's
You got to get
it.
it.
You've
It's just
covered
going
it
to
all.
drive, and you'll be like, "Oh wow."
It's gonna be amazing. Anyway, video games, people. That's what people
Right.
are here for.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
Oh, it's on.
What you been playing?
No, it's not on. Ooh, it's on, all right.
Oh yeah, it is. So I don't know what video games someone played any. I don't know.
Did I talk about Katamari Damacy?
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did.
Yes,
You
you
hated
did.
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah.
Because let's be honest, there was another Play My Game bitch, but you couldn't be bothered to play my game bitch.
What was it?
See, you don't even fucking know, do you?
Well,
That's how
fuck
bad-
you up.
that's how shit you are.
I've become a year older since you've told me that. I can't remember.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that was
Fucking-
last
I
year,
even-
Stu. Why are you bringing
I
up
even
old
sent you a
stuff?
text and go, "Are we playing this?" And you go, "No, don't do." And they're like, "Oh, I
Oh, you
can't
talking
do-
about Chapanang?
do. So yeah, I can do Thursday, Friday night, Saturday morning. You went,
Oh,
"Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
Saturday morning will be all
Oh,
right."
the bit where you ditched me for the movie night. You mean?
Hey, I gave you 3 other dates, right? You chose one and then ditched me.
You each ditched each other. Can we just
You
say
went,
leave
"Oh,
it there?
I'm so tired."
I see
I'm
that
like,
as one
"Oh,
for
I'm
one.
very tired.
Yeah,
see that as
really,
1-1.
that's
Too tired to play this game.
I had to watch a movie. Oh, I need to watch
I'd
a
rather
movie
spend
with
time with my family than you.
I know,
Oh.
terrible.
What movie was it?
What did we watch? Prisoners. It was good.
Prisoners. That's the name
Yeah,
of the movie.
it's really good. Jake Gyllenhaal in it. It's very good.
He's a good-looking lad, isn't
It was
he?
an excellent film, actually.
He's a good-looking lad. He can take me home with him.
It was very
any
very
day.
Good.
Right. So what are we talking about here?
Anyway,
Who's
video
going first?
games.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm just going to start.
I guess you should start, Stu. Go
He
ahead.
can take me home any day, that man. But if he
around,
tried to
so I'm just gonna
fornicate with me, I'd say no.
Anyway.
No.
Anyway. Wow.
No, Jake
I thought
Gyllenhaal.
you would say yes because you're talking about how much you like him.
No, not on a first date. I'm not a whore.
Well, you didn't specify it was a first date. Go ahead, Stu.
I'm gonna start with summer of '58.
What the fuck is? I've
It's
been away for
summer
a
of
week.
'58. It's a Brian Adams song.
I've been away for a week. The game starts to sound like a fucking stupid.
So basically,
starting to, Jenny. You think this is
to?
the first
What
time
are you
Stu's
talking about?
games have ever sounded like stupid?
Now, to be fair, I bought this game to support the developer.
Oh God,
that means it's not a good game.
Fuck him.
No,
Nobody ever starts a good review with. To be fair, I
Because-
wanted to support the developer.
Because so basically,
Did
this
you
guy
know when we
made-
look at it, we're gonna go, "Oh God, what were you thinking?"
So this guy basically made a horror game, okay, on
Yes.
Steam,
Yes.
that you can finish well within 2 hours of starting it.
Okay.
And loads of people bought it, played the
Right.
game, and then got
Yes.
refunds because that's what people do.
Because
So
finished-
he made it. Did he do it intentionally for that
No,
reason?
did he?
So
Because
you could-
like, no. He just
happened to be less than 2 hours.
That's happened to be how long the
How
game
much did he
was.
charge for this 2-hour horror game?
£4.
Well, that's a good price for a full.
Stu,
£4.
I don't know how to emphasize this, right? But people don't give a fuck about the people
I
that
know.
made the
well,
game.
anyway, the upshot was he's like, that's it. I'm done with developing games because fuck me. I made this game and, and now I've like made no money because everybody refunded it, the wankers.
Well, yeah.
I don't blame him.
Why? Why?
I don't
Why?
blame the developer
Whoa.
for feeling that way.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the people getting the
No.
refund. Like, yeah,
I mean,
it's fine.
here's the question: did they refund it because they didn't enjoy the game, or did they refund it because they're just being cheap?
No, most of the people had finished it and just got a refund because.
Well, that doesn't mean they enjoyed it. Maybe they hated
okay,
it. They
this
finished
is
it
what
but
I'd
hated
say.
it.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good. I actually really
Okay.
like
You
it.
should have made it 2 hours and 1 minute.
It should have made it long enough so that people.
It should have been like if you finish in less than 2 hours, like, oh, you're about to go through the hardest part, and it's just like a hallway that lasts forever
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Now, I'm not going to
Oops.
say it's not without its faults.
Okay.
There
First
are
of all,
some
tell us some good things about it, though. Don't jump right into
Instant
the
refund.
So basically, it's a single player paranormal activity, pretty much.
Okay.
That's pretty much the game. So
There's a ghost. You got to deal with the
So
ghost.
you're a skeptic. So you don't believe in ghosts. You
I
think
am a
it's all-
skeptic.
That's correct.
Yeah, let me guess. By the end of the game, you're no longer a skeptic. You
So
believe.
Well, so basically, you think it's all bullshit. So you're like, it's all
Yes.
bullshit. People
It's
do this
all
stuff to kind of get
bullshit.
famous, or they do this stuff because they just want to pretend that they've got ghosts or whatever. Anyway,
Correct.
so you go to this Russian like school camp or something, some
Hello.
weird place. Hello. And you basically got to spend the night there. You know, you've got to go and sort
Why
of see
don't
what
you
happens.
spend night at school? Then
It's
we'll
a-
see who's skeptic.
It's a little bit slow to begin with. I'll be totally honest. I'm like, well, I can't go anywhere. I can only go in this room, this bit of a corridor, and a toilet, and you can look at stuff, okay? And that's kind of about it. And it's dependent on you doing stuff to trigger something to happen, basically. And that progresses the game along. So you either have to look at something or find a particular item or do something in particular, and that'll trigger the next sort of bit to progress to the next scene, I guess. But as it gets going, it's pretty fucking creepy. I mean, this game is seriously creepy, considering it's like it starts off in these like 3 rooms. I jumped quite a few times, so it did make me jump quite a few times. And I'll be honest, I know, it's pretty much like that. And also, it was just creepy. I mean, it's just a creepy game. And I think it's actually pretty well made. So considering all these people wanting to get the £4 back or whatever, they're just a fucking bunch of wankers, in my opinion, because this isn't a bad game. I think it's pretty good. I was quite impressed, and I'm nearly finished. I haven't quite finished. I was playing it, and I played it for about just over an hour. And I've just got to the sort of the next area, if you will. But I'm assuming that's the last area, seeing as it takes less than 2 hours to finish.
You're going to refund it, Stu?
I'm going to fucking refund it.
You should, man. Get your money back. It's your money.
But I've had it more than 2 weeks nearly, so I need to do it quick. So, you know,
Yeah, get it done.
2 weeks, 2 hours, man. It's all the twos.
It
But
don't
no,
matter now because he's already said he'd given up on video games, so you might as well refund it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he doesn't give a shit anymore. Maybe he's not even bothered.
I mean, he doesn't need to eat, does he, Stu? Fuck him.
Or maybe he said, I've made the perfect game. There's nothing left for me to do in the world of gaming. I've done it. This is it.
Maybe
Summer
that's what it
58.
is.
Yeah.
But it's good. I like the story. I like the twist. It's quite cool how it
A twist.
Sort of progresses. There's quite an interesting mechanic like towards the end of the first section again, which I really liked.
Zombies.
There are zombies in this game. But I totally recommend you get it. Summer of 58. It's worth a punt if you like a good horror game. You like Paranormal Activity.
Is it set in 1958?
No, but
why is it called that? Why is it called that?
Because
answer that.
Because the incident that occurred to cause the haunting happened in 1958.
Was it Wombles?
In the summer of 58, no less.
Was it Wombles related?
No.
Are there Wombles in the story?
No, there are no.
Was it related to rum balls?
No, it wasn't.
Was it related to testicles?
No.
What about nuclear war?
No.
Chipmunks?
Not that I'm aware of. But there was some weird stuff
Peanut
going
butter?
on. No, there's some weird shit going on.
Lamb
You get
chops?
you get like a flashback scene, and there is some weird shit that
Oh,
happened.
Stu, sorry, Fraser wanted to know what colour your car was.
Silver.
All
Silver,
right, move
boring.
on.
Same as my old one, no less. But I just went for the lowest mileage, to be honest, so colour don't bother me that much.
Okay, anything else to say about Summer of whatever?
The only thing I would say, it's a little bit frustrating to begin with because it did take me a while. Because it took me a while to figure out how to get something to happen.
How to double jump?
Yeah, how to double jump, basically.
You thought it was too slow?
It was a bit slow at the beginning, but once it got going, it was pretty good.
That sounds familiar.
That says the review for this show.
It does slow to begin with, but then gets pretty good. So what I would recommend is people just buy it, support the developer, give him some cash.
Support the developer when you refund it.
It's worth an hour of your time for £4.
When are you going to refund it?
I'm not going to refund it.
What if I give you twice as much as you paid for the game to refund it, Stu?
Yeah.
No. That's just
What
ridiculous.
if for every hour you don't refund it,
Stu be a dick.
every hour you don't refund it, I will steal £1 from this man's bank account.
No. But it's good. And it looks pretty good, by the way. The graphics are really good.
It looks
okay.
Right.
It's pretty good.
I'd call it pretty good.
Pretty
I
shit.
mean, for one person doing it, yeah, okay.
It's just one dude on his Todd. Right. And by the way, there is more to this than this little tiny environment. This is just sort of
so you say
the opening.
Do you get a gun?
The opening.
Yeah, but this is the part that takes 2 hours.
No, you don't get a gun.
Why?
You don't get a gun because you're a goddamn paranormal investigator. You don't.
So?
If I'm going to investigate a ghost, I want a gun or a chainsaw.
You don't need a gun.
Have you seen
Look at
Ghostbusters?
that horrifying thing. I want a chainsaw to take it out.
You don't need a gun. Okay, they don't need no gun. Right, that's it. I'm done talking about Summer of 58. It's good. It's £4. It's the price of a Big Mac and fries. Just buy the game.
I'd rather have a Big Mac.
It's on Steam, by the way, as well. So
I'm going to buy a Big Mac and fries.
It's not anything else. It's only on Steam.
Hey, there's glass in this food. What kind of restaurant is this?
Hey, this Big Mac is slow at first, but it gets good. What can I have my money back?
Yeah, Chinny, you're up.
I downloaded the game in haste before the show because I haven't played any video games.
Well, and you're making an effort though. That's good. And you were on
making an effort. I mean, you've only been off for 2 weeks. Who knew? I
didn't have a monitor on my PC until like an hour ago. I haven't sat in this.
Why not?
Because I've been working.
So why did you not have a monitor on it?
Why working and not having a monitor on your PC?
I took it off for I went to a costume.
You needed it at work.
Party.
What?
These are all related.
Were you working or was it a costume party? Wait,
my mate texts me.
Why the fuck do you take a monitor to a costume
Hang on,
party?
he's about to explain. Go ahead.
My mate texts me saying, "Hey, Mike, can you botch together a magic mirror type thing?" And I said, "Yes, I can." So then I hooked up a camera to the monitor and then they press a button, 3, 2, 1, and it takes a photo of them. So I did like a kind of botched magic mirror at this party, and it involved taking my monitor, which I use, one of them, and then I hadn't put it back until today.
Wow.
So
that doesn't explain the rest of the 2 weeks you've been not being here, though, does it? Let's be honest.
I just haven't been asked.
Wow.
You're changing your ways starting today.
I'm going to ask a serious question now.
Yeah.
Are you going off video games? Just asking.
I have a bit, and yeah.
It has been a few weeks.
Yeah, it has. I mean, not just these last 2 weeks. Let's be honest. This has been ongoing for what? Month?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
6 weeks.
You know what? I feel like it's because
you're not even fucking playing Minecraft, man.
I think it's because of when lockdown opened up again. I haven't really played games because I've been playing
snooker.
Yeah, too busy playing snooker.
So
we should come down and smash up the snooker.
Yeah, we need to break his snooker cube. Well, that's what I'll do next time I go down there.
Pity if something happened to this beautiful snooker round.
The last time I played, I nearly broke it myself.
That good.
Anyway, I played a game. I downloaded it before the show, and it was fucking Surgeon Simulator 2.
Okay. All right, so I'm really confused because in the show notes you've got some golf game. Did you play
I didn't put this one in the show notes. Okay.
Oh, all right. So you played 2 games. I'm impressed.
See, shut your fucking mouth. So anyway, this is on Game Pass. So I downloaded it.
Sorry, it took me a second to find the sound clip.
And so I downloaded it. It didn't take long to download. Opened it, and then it was like 15% loading. And I was like, all right.
What?
And then it was like 60% loading.
What?
Okay. 90% loading. 99%. Look, this is in the game. This isn't like I'm downloading the game. This is
how long it took it to just start.
This was no exaggeration, like 2 minutes, which is a long time when you're just sitting there. I was like, fucking hell.
That's why you should keep a book near your computer so that you always have something to do when a game is loading.
So then it came to the title screen, which is on the screen now, which you guys can see. And I was like, right, okay, play. And then it went, loading, right? And I shit you not.
Go on.
I waited, and this is not exaggerated, for about 6 or 7 minutes.
Wow.
And it did not start.
6 minutes.
And I gave up.
But you didn't even play this.
You never played it.
And then I closed it, tried it again, exactly the same. I even
if you'd have waited a little bit longer, it would have loaded, wouldn't it?
No, but like I think if something's 5 minutes, it's been long enough.
If I have to wait more than 5 minutes, it's not worth doing.
So look, I've just watched this gameplay of this guy, and the loading screen that I was stuck on was like instant like that. But for me, it was just stuck on it. So.
Did you try rebooting your PC, Chinny? Because sometimes that's what does it.
It's on an Xbox.
Yeah, it's on his Xbox.
Did you try restarting your Xbox?
I didn't restart the Xbox now, but I've restarted the game.
Did you refund your money?
Well, it's on Game Pass. It's Game Pass.
Yeah, well, did you ask for your money on Game Pass back?
No. So, I have to give this game a 0 out of 5.
So just checking, is it a piece of shit then on the scale, on the Chinny scale?
It's a what the fuck? The game's. I haven't started.
Is it a joke?
I'm gonna do it in the background now. I'm gonna.
I must admit, I'm watching this dude play it. I don't know. I don't think you're missing much.
Yeah, this game's not fun. I did not have fun with it.
Okay, look.
Well, this is a new one, Duke. This is a second.
Yeah, I know, but
one.
it's the same concept. It's the same as a delivery service game. Like, physics are crazy.
I had the game in the background just before we started the show, loading, and I just checked it, and it was still on loading.
That's
so what I'm going to do now, something that
uninstall it. Uninstall
something that I didn't try was to restart the Xbox. I'm going to completely restart the console.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Maybe you could play it live. Let's see how this goes.
I could probably do that. But yeah, so the game didn't even work.
Wow.
The game didn't even work. ladies and gentlemen.
Games, am I right?
Didn't even work. So, I'm a bit disappointed because I quite like the idea of Surgeon Simulator. I never played the first one. It was a big hit at the time, but I feel like that ship has sailed. No one gives a shit about those type of games anymore. But
no, it was. I played it for about 10 minutes. I think it's like 10-minute game. You're done.
Yeah,
you've seen everything there is to see in 10 minutes.
You're like, I get it. It's just one of these stupid games where you can't control anything.
It's like Goat Simulator. That was fun for 10 minutes.
Or Octodad.
I liked Octodad. I played that with Millie and we finished that. That was good.
So
I quite liked Octodad. That's a different kind of game though, because
it's that kind of game though, isn't it? Where
it's still kind of silliness.
The controls are stupid.
Yeah, janky.
So I can't believe it. So what I'm going to do with the background here, I've got my console going. I've just restarted it from scratch. So it's completely rebooted.
Yeah, let's see if it's loads. Let's see if it loads now.
I'm going to see if it loads.
Oh, see, okay.
Just for clarity, yes, this is an Xbox One X, not an Xbox Series X.
Yeah, so it's an old one.
When a turbo isn't specified, any reasonable person would default to lento.
So it's not, but it's available
now your
to me.
Xbox is just loading forever.
So it should be.
Oh, it's no wonder it takes so long to load. It takes forever for your bloody Xbox to load
from
up.
Start, yeah, from like complete start.
I thought it was like freeze mode. You just go right back into it.
Yeah, but I've done a hard reset, hasn't I, of the console?
Oh, God.
That's why it's been.
My life so agonizing.
I know.
It's just.
Meanwhile, I just graded a paper, which is what I need
you?
to do. By the way, I'm not paying attention to any of this. I'm grading papers. Focused on my teaching work. Yeah.
While Chinny's doing that, maybe you should talk about something that you've been playing, Duke.
He's about to start it though.
Well, I know it's coming.
Trust me, you'll have time.
Yeah, you're gonna have time. You just talk about.
All
something.
right, let me tell you what I've been playing. There's a little game called Destiny 2.
Oh boy.
God. Chinny,
Don't
hurry
worry.
up, get this fucking game loaded.
Don't worry. I there's no more necklace shards. In fact, I finished all the
Can I just clarify?
DLC. Let me tell you what I did. I finished all the DLC for Shadowkeep, so I'm done with that. I'm done with Forsaken. I moved on to Beyond Light. Go ahead. What were you going to ask, Stu?
I was just going to clarify, actually, because I was like, oh, what were them things Duke was talking about? Well, I need to name the show. And then
Necklace shards.
No, they're actually called necklace scraps, actually, because I had a
look. Necklace scraps. That's a very important distinction.
The person who fucking
Thank
plays
God
hours
Stu made that distinction because it's so important.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Necklace
Well, it was pretty close, Stu. It wasn't like Flim Flams or something, was it?
Well, I guess.
Like anybody fucking gives a shit.
But Duke's played this stupid-ass game with stupid-ass names for everything. You should know what the stupid-ass names are, just saying.
I was a little busy trying to get kills with my super electric uppercut last hit.
That's probably not even the name of that either.
Anyway, of course it's not called the uppercut. It's called some fancy name. Why are we looking at a blank screen here, Chinny?
Because this is what my console is doing right now.
It's loading.
All right, so on Destiny 2, I played I killed the Death Singer. So that's good.
Great. Did he stop singing?
Yes. After
Good,
I
I'm glad to hear it. Was he
no
terrible?
way to sing about death no more.
Yeah, was he a terrible singer?
No, it sounded, well, I mean, it's like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. So, I realized I needed a sound clip.
Just let you know, I started the Surgeon Simulator 2 game just before Duke started talking about Destiny 2. And before the game loaded up, but now it doesn't. Oh no, it's just started to load up. So this is how long it takes to load up.
Good God,
yeah, this is really weird, especially since it's such a basic game. I don't understand why it would take a long time to load.
No, but I don't think it's in. Oh, epilepsy warning.
So anyway, there's a Simpsons clip I wanted to find, but I didn't. Every DLC for Destiny is the same structure. You have a person who just hangs out in one spot, and they give you missions. And I thought about that Simpsons moment when they're doing the Odyssey, and Mo I am Cersei, welcome to my island. And Mo says, oh, geez, who decided to give every weirdo their own island? Because that's what it feels like in Destiny 2. It's like, oh, I am. Now, the person in charge of this Beyond Light DLC, he's actually my favorite of the 3 people that I've met for the DLCs. Because the first one was like the spider, and he's just this big dude who sits in his chair all the time. The second one is the lady with the 3 eyes or whatever, and she got this weird glowy ball hanging over her head. And then this guy is like it's like hunched over. He's like an insect with like an arm blown off, and he's like, hey, you're gonna find out what happened. And he's pretty cool. So I like that dude.
He didn't sound cool.
Well, he sounds cool, Stu. Trust me, he really does.
Just let you know,
I
we're
can't
on
do his
the
voice
loading
well.
screen 15% on
my word.
I know, I can see that. He's stuck,
this is
isn't
bonkers.
This is stuck.
That's crazy. Does everyone have this problem? Other people, when you play Surgeon Simulator 2 on Game Pass, does it take forever to load? What's up with that? Yeah. So whatever. The missions on Beyond Light are cool. You need to kind of like, and again, like they're tapping into this, mythology that goes, dark and light have different meanings and this and that, and it's like, whatever. I can't really be bothered. So I'm not really paying attention to the story, but a little bit. And I've reached a point where I was like, I want to take a break from this science fiction first-person shooter. So I switched over to Fallout 76.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Get it? Because it's also a science
Yeah, I
fiction
get it.
first-person
Don't
shooter.
you worry.
It's very funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah. Hilarious, my joke.
God, you're such a card.
But I don't want to talk about that right now because I'm sure other people have other things they want to talk about. So.
Yeah, they do.
Surgeon
Well, should you
Simulator,
be talking about this, for instance, if it actually ever loaded?
Well, he has to play it before he can talk
I don't
about
think it's
it.
going to load.
Not with that attitude. You have to believe.
No, I don't
it's
think
like
it is.
Tinkerbell.
I think it's dead. I think it's fair to say. Anyway, I've been playing a new game. It's very new. Very new. It's this game called Quake.
Quake. Well, the new Quake, the 4K Quake, is it?
Yeah, well, I think it's slightly updated. It doesn't look a whole lot different in my opinion, but yeah.
Oh, we're at 30% on Surgeon Simulator. Go ahead. Stu.
Yeah, so I've played a bit of Quake, a bit of old school Quake.
Yeah.
And you know what? That game's pretty good. It holds up pretty well, even though it looks like
an arena shooter.
It looks like shit. No, the original Quake.
I remember when you were all hyped and excited about Quake 4 with our retro.
Oh, I love that game. I love Quake 4.
Did you quit out, Jenny?
Fucking
yeah,
did.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame
It was at
you.
30%. It was making progress.
It was never gonna work.
It was 30%. We were
I
making
just
progress.
read on Reddit that if you uninstall it and reinstall it, it works.
Yeah, you just got to do.
But it's gonna mess your internet up by installing games, downloading things.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
And why isn't Rocket League already on your hard drive? Why is it installing? You should have Rocket League ready to go. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Stu. Tell us about Quake.
Yeah,
nobody knows anything about this game. So
if you've
go ahead.
never heard about this game, Quake
Right.
is like Doom, pretty much. And you run around and shoot monsters in the face with bigger and better weapons constantly.
Yes.
But it was all right, actually, just to go back. But it's still as frustrating as it used to be. You get killed towards the end of a level, then you have to do the whole level again.
Because those games don't care about like spawn kills or anything, do they? That was predated all those things. You just spawn and die instantly.
You spawn, die. As soon as you sort of, it doesn't matter like how far through a level you've got either. You could be like on the very last screen to get out of the level and get killed, and then you have to do the whole level all over again. And these old shooters aren't easy. You know what I mean? They're not easy to play. These things flipping kill you quick.
Yeah.
But if you like a little bit of retro fun, and they're all three of them. They've got Quake 1, 2, and 3, I think, on Game Pass, so you can play pretty much any of them just for a bit of a trip down memory lane. But there's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot more to say about it. I mean, the guns still feel cool, I must admit, and stuff explodes nicely. So yeah, it's still quite a satisfying game, even when you think how old it is. I mean, I'm guessing, God, how old must it be? 1995 or something, 96.
Fucking old.
Something like that.
It's fucking old anyway. That's what this, by the way, is the updated game. This is the super duper sort of.
Well, you can tell because the 3D models with everything.
Yeah, it does look better. But it's still you can still tell it's a really old retro game. No, it does.
Yes,
you can still tell it's an old retro game.
I mean, these aren't your type of thing. The twitching and the.
I don't mind it. Until
I
like
don't
say
see you playing a lot of these. Yeah.
I just don't mind it. I used to play these a lot.
But how long did you play? Yeah, I know you used to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I did.
But you're on record as not being into online shooters anymore.
No,
I know this isn't online necessarily, but like, how long did you play this?
Oh, it was quite a long time. Probably about 15 minutes.
So you still don't play these games very much?
No, I was like, yeah, it's fun for a bit.
Right. So that's all it takes, Chinny. You just play a game for 15 minutes and you can come in and
All
talk about it
right,
for an
yeah.
hour.
Oh.
There you go. You see? See?
I think I looked at the fucking loading screen of Surgery Simulator longer than that.
Yeah, see? You spent 15 minutes on that. All right, so Quake, new Quake, thumbs down.
New Quake, still like old Quake. Do you know? I remember doing this level on a really old
Quake,
Windows
same as the old
95
Quake.
PC.
Yeah.
The level with a big red dude, and I was like, "This is amazing," because that was like 25 years ago. But yeah, that was amazing
old.
now. Yeah, it is. It is. 25 years ago, it looked cool. Now, not so much. But yeah, there you go. I don't know what else to say about Quake. Duke, back over to you. I think you're
Chinny, do you have anything else? What
He's
about
played
that
anything
golf
else?
thing?
That golf
Yeah.
thing is
Yeah,
Rory McIlroy's PGA Tour.
Yeah. Did you play that?
I did.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell us.
It worked. That's a good start.
That is a good start.
So the game didn't take a million years to load, huh?
You know, I'm not a fussy person really, but I do like a game that works, you know. When you play it, it comes on. It's just one of the small requirements I have for a video game.
Yeah, it's a good start, isn't it? Let's be honest.
So yeah, this game is like it's pretty polished, you know. It's an EA sort of, you know, sports game, so it's got a lot of production on it. And I mean, it starts off with a tutorial, and you're like, okay, yeah, and it tells you how to do this and that, and take a shot, and you're like, all right, okay, yeah, I suppose I need to know that. And then it gives you like another tutorial.
All right, okay.
And you're like, what? You've already shown me how to play the game. He's like, no, there's another one, you thick dick.
You only think you know how to play the game, you bastard.
And then
yep.
It goes, all right, you can play the game now. I go, all right, I'll play the game. And I start a career. I thought that's a good place to start. So you create a little golfer.
Yeah.
And then you start a little career, but it's like, hole 11. What?
What? Hole 11?
What? And it's like, here's the whole level. The newcomer's really struggling here. I'm like, what? And then I worked out that, like, by finessing, I'm trying to finesse the you know, the shots. I'm like, oh, how do that? I was like, no, it's literally just done everything for me. I just swing it and it goes where I need to go. Now, there is.
How are you swinging? Is it now? Hang on a second, Chinny, because there's a bunch of different ways that golf games do swings. As we all know, we started out with the 3 clicks on Mario and hot shots and all that. But nowadays, the golf club on the controller, you're swinging it back and swinging it forward. Is it like that?
It's all of them. Whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want. So I'm doing the.
And what are you choosing?
The left stick back and forward.
Left stick. Interesting. Okay.
You can do the right stick. You can do the left stick. You can do.
See, that's what I have golf club whatever year it was, and it was being finicky lately. Like it was, you know, because it says like too slow, and I'm like, I'm pulling it as fast as I can, and it's like too slow. And then if you hit it too slow in the golf club, it sends it flying. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
I would think if I did it too slow, it would just not go as far. Nope, it goes way off to the right.
I don't know, but
this isn't like that.
No, it's pretty approachable. I think what they've gone for, it's like a very, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Like, let's just do everything for you. But you can turn that off. I'm assuming because it asks you like, do you want arcade mode? Do you want classic, or do you want tour, which I'm guessing is like hardcore,
super realistic.
So I picked arcade, but I think I should have picked classic maybe, but the classic was the 3 clicks thing, so I was like, no, I don't want that. So you know, if I went in there and fiddled around, I played it for about an hour. It's a good golf game, and I imagine you know, once you've sort of tweaked the options and stuff, you could probably you know, sort of play it how you want. But it was giving me just this huge, you know, look, you know, a classic golf game here where you've got the view of the player, and you press Y and you get a preview of roughly where the ball's going to land. That's what most golf games seem to do.
Yeah.
It just gives you like a blue line of where this golf ball is going with the wind counted for.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this is like, I'm not playing normal. I'm playing like fucking stupid mode, like so. Yeah, this is you can see the options, and the guy's tweaking it here, and he's making it to the right stick, so you can change everything. I just didn't really play around with it much. I just clicked yes. So I'm complaining about things that I think can be very easily fixed, and it sounds like EA here have gone. If the stupid player just presses A all the way through, we're just going to give them the stupid mode, which is what I did. And if they have half a sense of or experience of how to play these games, they'll know how to tweak everything, and we'll just give them every fucking option that they can have in these games, so they can't complain that this mode isn't in and this isn't in and this isn't in. But I don't know.
Probably.
I have no idea
Trying
why.
to give everything to everybody.
Yeah, and I have no idea why the career mode gave me like 11 hole in.
Jump to 11.
And I have no idea what's going on there, but I'm guessing it's just some sort of pre-made career mode, because the commentary's all pretty tailored. It's all like, oh, is this the newcomers really? The commentary is very, very good, I would add as well.
I feel so bad for the people who have to record that commentary, because they have to do like 500 versions of, oh, he's on the green, oh, he's in the rough, oh, he's in the sand,
he's
oh,
pulling
he's
to
in
the left,
oh, he's in there.
And yeah. Gareth Brains.
Apparently, Gareth says it's years old.
It's years old. Well, here's the news for you.
That's why it was cheap.
Here's the news for you. I don't fucking care, right? Because it's on the Game Pass.
No one gives a shit.
I'm sure there's newer ones, now that you've said that are completely different or exactly the same as these games tend to be. Fine, it's a golf game. I like golf. It's it's a lot like snooker. It's fucking hard and really frustrating and boring. Like all the qualities that snooker has. Yeah, I do like it. It's just also really fucking hard. I mentioned that as well. And when you
the game or in real life.
That wasn't an attack at you, Gareth, by the way. I love you. And
yeah, it was. Just be truthful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Totally.
Yeah, it was.
And you do. It's exactly like snooker, where you fucking do this and then you make one stupid mistake and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, fuck this game, I hate everything. You do 3 holes and you're like, oh, I'm birdie on 3 holes, brilliant.
Yeah.
And then you just fuck up one stupid
And you're
chip.
doing the same thing you have been doing, like it's been working before, and then for some reason it just goes wrong.
And then you're like, the mistake that I made is like I fall a little bit short of the green, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. And then I chip it in.
Better use my wood.
Yeah, better use the putter 7 feet away from the green. Oh no, but so I try and chip it in, but I completely fuck up the chip, and it just goes miles away from the hole.
Dear.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Then I have like a fucking ridiculous putt, and I'm like, oh god, and just fuck it up. So you like 3 under, then the next hole you like level again. A nightmare.
I hate that. It's horrible, isn't it?
It's it's literally the worst thing in the world.
Worse than genocide.
Yeah.
You know what you need, don't you, Chinny?
What?
You know what you need? You need a fun golf game called Walkabout Mini Golf. We'll play that shit, and you won't be frustrated at all. You'll have fun.
I don't think that's the truth.
It is totally the truth.
Because I think that will also be very frustrating.
It's not, honestly. You'll have a lot of fun.
B, I've also noticed that I'm playing a lack of killing things games.
But we need to play this anyway, regardless, because this is your
I
play
know,
my game,
yeah,
bitch.
but I'm playing a lot of games where you don't kill anyone. And I feel like that will really make me happy.
You could try and hit me with the club.
I will do.
Virtual reality. That makes you feel better.
Yeah, but I'm just it's all right. This golf game. Apparently, it's very old, as Gareth has pointed out. Like I am these days, 36. Basically, I'm dead, and it's fine. It's a free golf game on Game Pass. Like, it does everything you need it to do. So I was just in the mood for it. I'm guessing it's got multiplayer and all that wank stuff. I'm guessing it's got everything. I don't know.
It's got all that shit.
It's exactly what I thought it would be, and it has delivered in every single way that I wanted to. It's a golf game, Apparently, Gareth says, you can throw your club at your caddy. Yeah, one of the features in this game that I haven't seen in any other golf game is that a caddy is like walking with you in some of the shots. And I want like a abuse caddy button. Like punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Kick him in the balls. Generally just ignore him. Like be passive aggressive to him. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like that option.
That's why I always like the Hot Shots games, because the golf club game that I play, like you score. If you get a birdie, your guy will go like he'll hit it in, and then he'll go like he'll clasp his hand a little bit, and I'm like, I want my dude to be swinging his club around like what
they're doing that.
Biatches.
They do that on this one. Like, you get a birdie, and it's awesome. Literally a huge celebration. And I'm like, I don't know if it's that big of a deal for a professional to get a birdie.
Well, whatever. I don't care. It's a big deal for me to get a birdie. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I like the Tiger Woods games.
Gareth is right. This is 6 years old.
6 years old.
Dude,
Jesus
you might as well not even play it.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Throw it in the river.
Is it really that old?
Yeah, 2015.
Fucking hell, Gareth's correct. What's the most recent golf game then?
No idea. Because you don't have Tiger Woods on anything anymore because of all the stuff he's done.
He shagged a lot of women, didn't he? Or something.
Yeah,
there is a PGA Tour 2K21 that came out in 2020.
Oh, is that the one by the golf club? I think the golf club guys took over this franchise.
Probably. They tend to do those, yeah.
But I don't know. I looked on Game Pass. I looked at most recent, and this was there, and I was like, oh, golf, cool. I like golf, and it's fine. So, I don't know. People listen to this show for the latest and greatest? I don't think so. A golf game from 6 years ago is all right.
Quake from 25 years ago.
Yeah. I'll play something recent for next week.
Got you covered.
Jeez. That new golf club is excellent, says Pillow in the chat. PGA 2K21. So maybe I should try that. Why is that different from this? I don't know. I ain't got a fucking clue. You hit the fucking thing.
Not that different.
Because you've got the sarcastic commentator, of course.
Yeah, the first golf club was great. It was like, well, I guess that's what he intended. The fucking idiot.
He probably like gave you shit.
Apparently, there are difficulty modes and assist options on this that didn't exist on the golf clubs. So.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gareth says in the chat. Next up, Pong.
Actually, I was going to talk about this little game called Pitfall.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good game.
Classic.
Yeah, you've got to get over the crocodiles, man.
Frogger, anyone?
Frogger.
Right, that's all I've played, fuckers.
Duke.
Yeah. Well, I played Fallout 76, as I mentioned earlier, because
you did.
I'm so suggestible. This is so pathetic. Someone mentioned this on like a gaming suggestions thread on Reddit, and I was like, "Ooh, it's been a while since I played Fallout 76. I wonder what the latest updates have been." And I looked up the latest updates, and like the only thing I noticed that was different that I cared about was, well, it's something that they do in Guild Wars 2. When you go to an area that like you would be out of your league, if I'm level 10 and I go to a level 50 area, it will kind of scale you if you're in a group. So like you don't have to just sit around and do nothing and hide so you don't get slaughtered. But I haven't experienced that because I'm not with a group. I'm just on my lonesome.
You do solo, don't you? You don't do
solo. I'm a lone rebel.
You are a weirdo solo player in MMO
I'm a solo
games.
player. You don't want to mess with someone like me, Dottie. I'm a loner. I'm a rebel. But it's weirdly enchanting. Like it's got its hooks in me again. And I can't really explain it. I think the difference is like in Destiny, you're not really exploring places, really. You're just going around from here to there. I mean, you are kind of exploring places, but it's mostly just run through, kill everything. That's it. In Fallout, of course, you're getting stuff. You're making ammo. You're adjusting your guns. You're, interacting with people. And it's a Fallout game. At the end of the day, it's not as good as Fallout 4. The difference, Gareth, is that this is an MMO. So VATS is completely different. You do not slow down time with VATS. But you do lock on to enemies, and so there's like a trick to using VATS in this game, because normally you hit VATS and then you're like, you figure out, okay, do I aim at the head or the arm or whatever. Not in this game. In this game, you choose the whole person. That's all VATS does. I mean, maybe there's a way to aim at limbs or head or whatever, but I don't know what it is. But the other benefit of that is that like it kind of advantages distance shooting. So I encountered this dude when I first started playing this time through. I started a new character, of course. And I was like, I just, walking through this dude's house that he had built. And he starts shooting his gun. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? But he was shooting at the ground. And I'm like, what? And he had put a bag on the ground with something in it. And he wanted me to take it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I took it. And it's this like fancy hunting rifle, like with a silencer on it. And I was like, dude, thank you so much. So I think I gave him like some spoiled food because that's all I had at the time. But it was a level 10 rifle and I was level 2 or something. So I had to put it in my storage until I reached level 10 and then I got it out. So what I do a lot is I'll snipe from a distance and then see if I can get as many of the enemies down that way. And then I'll run in with a shotgun or something, clear it out. But it is, that's the main difference is that you have, it's real time. And so normally in Fallout, of course, when you go into your Pip-Boy, like time stops. You don't have to worry about it. If you're picking a lock, time stops. If you're hacking a computer screen, time stops. Not on this. You could be picking a lock and someone comes up, starts attacking you and like, ah. The other big thing is that your character reacts the same way if they're getting like flicked on the ear or if they're getting stabbed in the neck, right?
Okay.
So it's like whenever you get hurt, your character is going ah, and then I look at when we first start playing, like you're freaking out, like oh god, I gotta get to shelter, and then I realize like I'm losing like very little health here. I'm losing 1% of my health every time my character goes, but I'm thinking I'm losing like 20% of my health. So I'm like freaking out.
Gives you that sense of urgency though, doesn't it? Where you're like, oh, I've got to get something out.
And there's a lot more stuff here that I didn't do last time. Like there's these story missions that they want you to kind of follow so that you can get, moving in the game. But the game was not designed to be linear like that. So when I played it last time, I was racing through those story missions. And then I got to places where it was monsters were level 20. I was level 10. That's not going to be a pleasant experience, right? And I remember playing this game last time, having like 3 bullets and 20 super mutants around me, twice my level, and like I was going to die, and I did. And then I was like, I'll go right back in there. No, that's not the way to play this game. So it requires a little grinding, but there are a lot of things to explore and find out about. One of which I found out recently in Riverside Manor. There's this mansion. And eventually, if you do some stuff, I don't want to give spoilers, but I guess nobody would really care, so I'll just go ahead and give you spoilers. You find out that there's this whole other part to the mansion, and like you put on this special garment. It's like a veil. You put it on, and like you get to the door, like the wall opens up, and it's like, and there's these laser grids that like turn a different color because you're wearing the veil, and it thinks you're this actor who, it's a really interesting story. There's this actor lady who was on this radio show and all this stuff. And, her terminal has all this fan mail and whatnot. And then like if you keep reading her journal entries and like, she was just an actor of this like superhero woman. But then when the bombs fell, she was like, she tried it out for real. And like people backed off because she had that confidence. And so she kind of became this person in real life. She became kind of like a crusader for justice, and she's training all these other people, and she has it automated. So when you show up 100 years later or whatever, it's got this like whole system down for like, you're going to become a mistress of mystery, which is the character she was. And it's funky. I'm actually really intrigued by that storyline. So.
Well, you will be, Duke, because let's be honest, you're a bit of a vigilante. You're like a bit of a vigilante.
I'm a vigilante, and I'm a Bethesda fanboy. So you give me a little Bethesda, a little vigilantism. Yeah. I am right there.
By the way, my head looks like I've sat back because it's a bit comfier, so I do look a bit weird at the moment.
Sure,
well,
why
tough. I'm comfy. Duke, I think we should jointly talk about a game.
Tripang!
Which, let's be honest, after Chinny's last statements about wanting to play a game where he shoots people in the face, this would have been kind of perfect for it.
Well, I don't understand why it's called Tripang.
I've not a clue. I think it's a studio. It's the studio who makes it.
Okay, well, I just looked it up, and it is this is from Merriam-Webster Dictionary, any of several large sea cucumbers that are taken mostly in the southwestern Pacific and are boiled, dried, and used especially in Asian cuisine. So how about that?
No,
the game is Tripang 2?
Tripang 2 or Tripang Squared.
You just said, hey, everybody play this. Where did you come upon this, Stu? Why did you decide that we all should play it?
rock paper shotgun because somebody had done an article saying this game makes me want Fear to come like do a sequel.
This is an old game, dude. This came out a long time ago.
Did it? Well, it's a demo though. There is no game.
I'm pretty sure it came out a while.
There ain't no game, man. It's just a demo. It's just a demo.
No, I guess I'm wrong.
It's a demo.
Okay. I thought it
came out very recently, but it's literally just a demo.
Well, yeah, I know it's a demo.
It's a demo, dude. There's just a demo.
Right.
There's no game.
I got it, Frank.
They're making a game, but there's a demo.
It's a demo.
Right.
Holy cow.
Yes.
It feels, I'll be honest, it feels like a tech demo. That's what this game feels like. It feels
like the thing someone does if they want to get hired to make a tech demo.
But wow, the flipping mechanics, I love them, man. It was great. You're mental if you don't like this game.
They're good. I mean, I did not like it. I wasn't blown away by it.
It's like a cross between Soldier of Fortune and Fear.
It does have the thing that Fear has, which is the whole slowing down time.
Yep. And cloaking, the cloak was a bit rubbish, though. I don't think
the cloak's a bit rubbish. The graphics are decent. They're not amazing. They're not terrible. The gunplay felt kind of weak. You can't look down the barrel.
The gunplay.
That drives me nuts. I've gotten spoiled. Like if a shooter doesn't have looking down the barrel of the gun, like what the hell
it
are we
does.
doing
It
here?
was just right trigger on the controller, or
No.
right mouse click to look down the barrel.
No, there's no looking down the barrel in this game.
I'm sure there was. But anyway, that doesn't matter because this game is crazy.
It is crazy. It's very frenetic, very hectic.
Like when you do the slow-mo thing and there's a load of enemies, there's body parts flying everywhere.
Yes, there are. And like the one good thing that the visuals do in terms of like interesting phenomenon, I don't know if I would say it's great, but it wasn't fun when I was playing it. But when you slow down time, like there's gunshots going off, and so there's flashes and all sorts, and it's a dark game. Like it's hard to see what's going on. So there's a lot of stuff happening when you're slowing down time.
Effects and bits of masonry flying everywhere.
Right. Eyeballs and blood.
I've got to say, I think graphically this game looks pretty good.
It looks okay. I mean, it's good. But you start to see, like, a lot of the offices are exactly the same.
It's terrible, but the particle effects, the lighting effects, the slow-mo stuff. Yeah. One of the really cool things, if you throw a grenade when it's in slow-mo, you get the sonic waves. You see them.
Stuart, stop whining about minor aesthetic details.
No, you're right. That thing with the grenade is kind of funky.
The attention to detail,
right? But it's like incredible. After 3 times, you're like, okay. Like meanwhile, the gunplay did not feel always very great. And
I liked it. I think you're wrong.
I mean, I also didn't play this. I figured out toward the end, like. You're supposed to be. I was taking my time and very, very slowly and like trying to save ammunition and stuff. You're supposed to be like, shoot the shit out of everybody and like sliding through them and grabbing people. I didn't even realize you could grab people until like halfway through it. I'm like,
I didn't. That didn't, because it doesn't really tell you about that.
No,
it becomes a bit. But the shotgun is just amazing. But Chinny,
I don't like shotguns.
I think you'd like this, Chinny, because it's so visceral.
Like, it is very visceral. That's
like when you finish, right? You go in slow-mo, kill everybody, and then it comes out of slow-mo, and there's just fucking body parts everywhere you look, and blood everywhere. I mean, this thing is just ridiculously graphic. But I'm interested to see where this goes into an actual game, because, like I said, it does feel like a tech demo. Like you said, the environments are weak. But the mechanics are, I think, nailed down. I know you're not keen on the gunplay, but
Gareth said Black. I forgot about Black. This does feel a lot like Black, because it's going for some kinds of realism, and that maybe I'm looking for less realism. I don't know. I don't know anything about guns, but like it just, I don't know. It felt like if there is a way to look down the barrel, like I didn't see it, and that really annoyed me. So
you may be right.
Like I couldn't be as precise as I wanted to be.
Yeah, I probably just didn't even notice. Weirdly.
Yeah, well, and that's fine. I mean, whatever. If you don't notice, you don't notice, and that's okay.
I mean,
you didn't need it, and you don't really need it. That's the other thing. You don't really, I did it. I made it through the demo, but like,
I've got to say that last bit when you're in that room and they're all coming out of the lifts, it's just so funny. When he gets to the final one, and he's like, Is anybody left? Have we got anyone left?
We're just gonna go, you and me.
We'll just go then. There's just us left because you just killed like everybody. There's just
and I'll piled up and I'll say that and I'll say this: like when you first get into that room and there's like armor and bullets and health kits, I'm like, I saw that, I was like, oh shit, something's about
Shit's
to go
gonna go down, isn't it?
Right, and that's cool. Like I'll give them
shit's
credit for
gonna
that
go down.
because there's a sense that as a gamer, like there's something bad about to happen.
But to be fair, I don't think this game is totally about difficulty at all. I think this game is about how crazy can it get. It gets totally crazy. But Chinny, what do you think of the look of this?
Yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah.
It's worth a play. I think you should.
Oh, definitely.
I tried to open Steam to download it, and then Steam just give me an update thing, and
I think your internet just sucks. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with your computer, your console. I don't know. Get some new shit.
Are there ghosts in your house, Chinny?
Yeah, Chinny.
No.
The one problem I did have with I got turned around a few times in this game. Like there were a few moments when I was like, I think I came this way, and then I saw bodies.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem with the environment looking all so similar.
Yeah,
with everything looking very samey all the way.
Yeah,
through.
I mean, the Fear 2, which is, I played Fear 3, but I don't remember much about it. But Fear 2 did a really good job of letting you know, like, you want to go this way. And this game doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, no, it does. This game is totally about find your way, get there, and then shoot everybody in the face.
Yeah.
But no, I was impressed. I must admit, for a little sort of demo, I was like, yeah, this could definitely be cool.
It's decent. I had fun with it. But the other thing too is that, like, I don't know. I think I found myself being especially the first part, because it's quite a while before you get a weapon, and you're just sneaking around.
Yeah,
I was like, it got me real tense.
And there is some weird supernatural shit going on, like they've been experimenting on you or something, or you're some super soldier because it's like.
Well, right, and then there's like data sheets and like logs and stuff. But the text is so small, and like it doesn't fill up the screen. Anytime you have text in a game like this, there should be a way to make the page you're looking at as wide as your screen, so you can scroll up and down. Like that should just be a no-brainer, but they didn't do that. So I'm like, come on, people.
Yeah, because I was just looking at. I'm just watching it now, and I'm just think like the attention to detail. Even when the dude, did you see the animation for the dude when he's holding someone with the shotgun?
Yeah,
he's like throwing the shotgun in the air to reload it. I mean, there's a lot of attention to detail, on the little things.
In some places, and then in other places, not so much.
Other places not so much. Yeah, like environment.
And then it is ridiculous. He just did the sliding thing. Like you slide into these guys, and they go flying. It's like they're made out of Nerf or something.
Yeah, the physics are
ridiculous.
Awesome.
And like I did it one time, I was standing still, and then I ran for one step and slid, and it like sent him flying. I'm like, that wouldn't happen after running one step.
But it's cool though. Why do you want it to?
I know. I'm not asking for realism there. I was especially taken away by like, oh, that's especially bizarre. But it was fun. Like it was.
Yeah, it is a fun. It's the best one I've picked so far, if I'm being honest.
It's pretty cute.
As far as demos go.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
I liked it. I liked it probably more than you did by the sound of it.
I think that's probably.
Well, I was just like, oh, this is awesome. When you're shooting about 7 or 8 people all at the same time, and then you come out of slow-mo and there's like nothing left.
Right. And like, I don't know, it was a little tricky for me to figure out who was still alive. That's the other thing that was a little annoying.
Yeah. It does give you an indicator, but it was sometimes difficult to figure out whereabouts they were shooting you from.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you can tell where you're being shot from, but like, I would like, I don't know, it's satisfying when you get, like in Fallout 76, as soon as you kill somebody, your XP goes up a little bit. So like, I know when I've actually killed somebody. So I mean, I'm not saying you have to have that on this.
I know. Shooting people in the face, man.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, sometimes I shot people in the face and they were still alive. That's the part that annoyed me. I'm like, come on, I just shot them in the face with a shotgun. What are you doing?
Put one more shot in the head in the door.
Well, I did, and it wasn't too much of a problem.
No, it's fine.
Anyway. Tree-Pang, interesting game, worth a whirl on the demo.
Definitely worth a whirl on the demo. And
they need to polish it up more before they put out a full game.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a little bit of a weird after the credits roll scene as well. I don't know whether you noticed that.
No,
but if you click continue, it takes you to a new area.
Oh, okay.
So it gives you. So I think it was a bit of a look. There are other environments that we're going to have in this game.
Are there more monsters in that area,
a few? But once you've killed them, that's it. Okay. So there's about maybe about 6 or 7 enemies. You kill them, and then nothing happens after that.
Yeah.
But I think it's just it was just like, look, there's other environments that are slightly different to the one you've just been in.
Yep.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
I liked it. It's a solid for me anyway. Yeah. So give it a whirl,
this
people.
fart chat, man. What the what?
I know, yeah. Just ignore. Ignore.
Yeah, that's why Destiny 2 is better than Halo, Gareth.
The last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is a game called Forgotten City.
Okay.
Because I got the time loop itch, right? I was like, I want to play another game with a time loop. What other games are there? I'll have a look.
Primer, the video game.
Yeah, Primer, the video game. So this game started out life, unbelievably, as a Skyrim mod. So this started out life as a Skyrim mod back in the day. And progressing, then they used Unreal Engine 5, and they actually made a whole standalone game and released it this year. So this came out earlier this year, but I've not really played enough of it yet to really decide, how good this is. But it's very intriguing.
Okay.
So the basic premise of the game is you're a stranger. You don't really know who you are. You wash up on the riverbank of this river, and there's this woman there telling you that somebody she knows has gone into this city and hasn't come back. And can you go and look for him? And that's basically the premise of the game.
No, you do it yourself.
Right.
I got to figure out who I am before I go looking for your stupid
my
friends.
own problems,
I'm really tired of that premise in video games. Like, I have no idea who I am. Where did I come from? Who am I? It's so
It
exhausting.
has no bearing. To be fair, it has no
so,
bearing on the
So
game.
then why bother with that? Why not make it
anyway,
right,
I
got separated from my tour group. Like, hey, help me out.
Anyway, regardless of that, right? Just ignore that shit if you don't like it.
I will not ignore it. It's a big
ignore that shit. So you go exploring, and it's a Roman city. So you end up with these Roman ruins and stuff, and you're like, oh, what's all this weird shit going on here? So you have a look around, and there's stuff, and then you sort of go on, like, explore a bit further, and then you end up in the real city, and everybody's alive. But there are golden statues here, there, and everywhere.
Okay.
But then you find out you have to go and see, like, the emperor or whatever who's in charge, so the magistrate or whatever he's called. So you go and see him, and he's like, "Hiya," like you do.
You're
and you're like, "I've come to look at your city," and you can't get out. By the way, once you're in, you're in.
Oh, you're in.
You're in. There's no way out. So you get in. So you go and speak to the magistrate, and he's like, "Welcome, stranger." So he's nice.
And then he goes, stranger friend.
I know, stranger. And then he goes on to tell you that the city you're in has a golden rule.
Yeah, do unto others that which you would want them to do to you.
Right.
It's the golden rule everywhere.
Golden rule means, though, in this city,
you're screwed.
It means the first person who sins, everybody gets turned to gold.
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay.
Indeed, he do. So it's like, don't rape anyone, shoot anyone, kill anyone.
Well, it's good advice for life.
You don't have to threaten to turn me into gold. Yeah, right. I'm going to be staying away from the murder and the rape anyway.
Yeah, don't do any of that shit because you'll
get
turned
everybody
into
who,
gold.
all the gold people you see here are people who murdered and raped each other?
Well, no, the previous inhabitants of the city. So each time it happens, everybody who lives in the city gets turned to gold.
Oh, everybody in the city gets turned.
Everybody. So it's
if anybody does it, the whole town gets punished. That's collective punishment. It's a violation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I wish to file a grievance against this city.
Collective punishment, man. It's one person sins, everybody gets punished.
That's so wrong.
But that's the premise of the story. So basically, you have to figure out what the hell is going on and how to get out of the city once you're in it.
And can you pick up these big gold people and bring them to a smelter and smelt them down, make ingots out of them?
So no, you can't.
That would be a sin.
But what is?
No, it wouldn't. It's not a sin to boil down sinners.
How do you know they're not dead? They could be alive in there.
What?
I don't care. I want their gold bodies.
Sin.
Well, here's the thing. You see, there's already a dude in the city who's scheming and trying to figure out how he can get the gold out of the city.
There you go. That's my friend.
But it's like he said, gold's worth nothing down there because there's so much of it. He's like,
how about you take it somewhere where it's more rare?
Gold's worth nothing because there's gold everywhere.
There's
gold everywhere. But there was a line, right? I was speaking to one of the... So basically, the mechanics of the game, you just have to talk to people. and figure out what's going on by getting clues off other people in the game. But it gives you proper quests and stuff. So it is like Skyrim in that respect, because you get a quest for every time you talk to somebody, it's like, oh, you need to go and do this for this person or try and figure this out for this person. So it is quite interesting so far. This has got a lot of good reviews, so I was quite intrigued to play it. And apparently the story's amazing. There was a great line referring to the pandemic, which I thought was quite incredibly funny. Yeah. So there's a line in the game. You're talking to this dude, and he's like, I've got to rely on the common sense of other people to stay alive. And one of your options to reply is, oh, yeah, I've just been through a global pandemic, so I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny, right? And I was like, and you say it to him, and he's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. I was like, I fancy having a reference, but I was quite impressed that they chucked that in there. You know what I mean? So it shows how recent the game is, I suppose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you heard you say time loop, and then I just forgot about it. So like, you have to figure out who the first person who sins is.
Yeah, so when
you gold.
Exactly. So when you arrive in the city, the emperor asks you to try and figure out who's going to commit a sin.
Gotcha.
So he says, you go and see if you can figure out who's going to commit a sin, and then we can stop it from happening.
But at some point in the day,
it's going to happen pretty much. Yeah, so everyone gets turned to gold, and then obviously you start the loop over again. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm quite intrigued. I've played a bit more tonight before the show, and I've got a little bit further, but I've got to remember to save, because I was like, oh, what's down here? And then I died, and then I went back about 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to remember to save. I know, yeah, it's always a stupid thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
But there's a lot of talking, so Chinny would love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, people talk a lot. Yeah.
It's funny because they are reading this. You talking about the farting? Yes.
Yeah.
I do love to fart. It's nice, and it's a big relief when you get the...
It is, when you get a lot of gas out.
Are we done with the Gold City thing?
We're done with the Forgotten City. It's 20 quid, by the way.
Everyone's done. We've talked about everything there is to talk about with our games. Do we have any news?
I don't know. Let me have a look.
That's a no.
Yeah, there is.
No, don't go looking for news. It's 4:30 already. We can move on.
I've got some news.
No, well, you do now because you went looking for it.
No, because I've saved some news.
Go ahead. What is it?
Alan Wake remaster is launching on October 5th, man.
Moving on.
I'm going to play that game. I played it twice already.
Whoa, that ruled.
I'm not sure why, but I feel like you're in a rush. Don't know.
I'm just trying not to spend time talking about Alan Wake.
Wow, wasn't we Alan Wake? I had other news. That wasn't just the only news.
Well, what's the other news?
There's other news. So Microsoft.
I'm not in a rush necessarily. I'm opposed to dragging things out for the sake of dragging them out.
Microsoft Flight Simulator's Top Gun expansion is ready to go, but has been delayed because they're going to release it simultaneously with a movie, which has been delayed till next year. So, so we're going to wait. Although I do think it's a bit weird, right? Because they're releasing this expansion with obviously planes from the film and fancy jet fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't shoot anything or anyone in them. So
Perfectly level flying is the supreme challenge of the scale model pilot. Give me that! Hey!
So apart from being able to go really fast in a jet fighter,
Yeah.
I don't see the point.
Well, it's about where you can go, Stu, because normally in this game you have to go to an airport or you have to go into, over the ocean. Now you can go right into the danger zone.
I just gotta let you know, now that I'm 36, I need regular toilet breaks. I'm going to the toilet break.
Danger zone.
Wow.
Lana.
He really is getting old, isn't he?
Lana.
Other news. Yes, Sean Layden, who used to be the boss of PlayStation, did a big interview this week.
Okay.
And one of the things he said was that PlayStation 5 exclusives are going to cost around $200 million to make.
Okay.
That's a lot of fucking
And
wonder,
presumably he's going to get that back.
Well, he's not there anymore. He's left.
Okay.
He's left, but he said he's basing his predictions on the fact he said all of the PS4 exclusives cost about $100 million to make.
Yeah.
And he said every generation the cost of making them has doubled.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he reckons it's probably going to cost around $200 million just to make one game. It's no wonder they fucking charge so much, is it? Good God.
I guess.
Wow.
And the artificial scarcity of like, if only I could find one.
Yeah.
For what?
I know. Well, there's nothing on them yet.
Exactly. That's the point. Who cares about finding a PS5? There's this thing on Reddit. It's like, my boyfriend's going to freak out when he wakes up. She like placed the PS, or maybe he placed it right next to boyfriend. And like, well, I don't understand why anybody would get excited about that. It's like, oh, I can have slightly better graphics when I play this game that's also available on the PS4.
Yeah, and it's slightly quieter. That's the other big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as noisy.
All right.
Other things, Take-Two is now suing a developer that reverse engineered GTA 3 and San Andreas or something to make some other game or something. And Take-Two's now like going, oh, you can't do that shit neither.
Okay.
So they're just suing people left, right, and center because apparently they're doing remasters of their old games and they don't want anyone else to have anything to do with it. It's just weird. It's just weird because they must see these games as some sort of competition. Otherwise, why would they be bothering? You know what I mean?
Why they want a monopoly. They want to have all the profits off of it.
Yeah, but then the modders aren't making any profits off any of this stuff.
But it's exclusivity. Money. It's exclusivity of opportunity. Like you don't want anybody to have any other way of getting access to your thing.
Yeah. That's basically what this is all about. But it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous.
It's very petty for a company that's worth
I agree.
fucking billions and billions and billions of dollars.
They got to keep those billions. Keep them coming in.
Yeah, but it's not like they're going to run out, is it? It's not like people are going to, I'm not going to play them remasters because I can play this mod instead. It's just ridiculous.
I agree. But they might be less likely to get it. 5% of the people might be a little less likely to get it because they have these remaster mod things.
Another 5%. They're not that.
Hey,
5%
you are a terrible capitalist if that's the way you think.
I am a terrible capitalist.
God.
It's just ridiculous.
Actually, you're going to be buying like a hybrid car or something.
I know, yeah.
I know what I heard the
and the final bit of news, I quite like this, actually. So the opposite of Take-Two, and I know CD Projekt Red has had a lot of criticism over the last year or so.
Well, yeah.
But they're hiring modders to help them make the game better.
Well, that's smart.
So they're like going, do you know what? Cyberpunk's a bit of shit. We've noticed some of the modders are doing some quite good work on it to make it better. Come and work for us and make it better. So that's what they're basically doing. So they're hiring modders to help make.
That's a wise approach. Gareth said in the chat, what's your thoughts on GTA 5 on PS5 and Xbox Series X? I don't have any thoughts about that because I play all my games on PC these days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all have any opinions, Jenny? Any thoughts about? I mean, are you eager to play GTA 5 again soon? You have a fancy console?
I haven't even played it on this last generation. I was like, yeah, I'll play that on this generation. I still haven't played it. But
you haven't gone around to it. Is there a reason? You just waiting, or you just haven't been asked?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I sort of try and savor them and wait, but I realise one day I'll be dead, so I should probably. Do that.
Welcome to the Veteran Gamers Podcast. Someday you'll be dead.
No, you'll be dead.
I actually had that thought.
You're the right age, Chinny, to be fair. You're on the right side.
I actually had that thought the other day of like, I better crack on with these games, you know, because I'm going to be dead soon.
Yeah, can you imagine if you're on your deathbed, like, I have so many regrets. What are your regrets? And they think it's going to be about like telling someone you cared about, you know, like spending time with. So my regrets are GTA 5 on the latest gen console. Tree-Pang 2 demo. I never played Night Sky.
Red Dead Redemption more than once.
Yeah. I didn't play the Crimes DLC on Red Dead.
But I suppose like you joke, but I suppose it's like I download a demo and play like Rory, whatever for like an hour and think, just for the sake of it. And then, but you don't actually spend time doing stuff that you want to do, and you're like, well, what
I'm saying though, you should be playing the games you want to play.
So I should really
just play stuff you want to play, man.
Yeah.
Play stuff you
I mean, look at me. What do I do every week? Actually, I think I find a pretty good balance between like, here's something I never talked about before, and then let me talk for 2 hours about Fallout,
about Rocket League, yeah,
and Rocket League and Destiny. I didn't talk about Rocket League this week, to be fair.
No, but you do. I feel like you do find a good balance of like, here's a bunch of games that I play all the
Be
time.
more like
or
Duke.
I've played before, and here's like a new game that I've tried.
Yeah,
so.
go on Steam. Actually, don't go on Steam and look at their demos. Their demos are a shit show. Oh my God, there's so many horrible looking demos on Steam. Like anybody can get their demo on Steam. It's disgraceful. It's like the Xbox. What was it called? Indie Arcade back in the day.
Oh, that.
Crap. Ugh. Killer's Dream. I'm waiting to see something like that. Actually, there are things like that on the Steam demos.
When you think about it, Trepang 2 was fucking amazing.
Well, compared to some of the shit that's on
all
Steam,
that
yeah.
shit.
Well, yeah, that's not a high bar.
Yeah, true. Well, you know,
all right, any other news, or are we actually ready for email now?
No, that's it for news. So we will do. We have
Whoa, that ruled.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know this. Is this true?
I don't know.
Holy
what.
shit.
What?
I'm shocked at what I'm reading.
What?
It says Chinny has been nominated to represent the Dudley region in the National Farting Championship
Oh, yeah, I
in
saw
2021.
this. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't want to talk about it too much, guys.
Awesome.
You don't want to fart your own horn?
Toot your own horn. There you go. Yes, we've got one email. Strap yourselves in, guys, because it's a big one. Are you ready?
Ready, Jason Gallagher?
Here we go. Strap yourselves in.
He sends big
from,
emails.
It's from Jacinta.
Ah, yeah.
Her name is Jacinta.
She says, nothing much to say, except I love you guys, and I love Mass Effect, Jacinta. There you go.
I'm a potato.
Oh, is that the whole email?
That's the whole email. That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, thank you, Jacinta.
Yeah,
she has things to say. She's been playing on our Minecraft server, but I haven't gotten my lazy behind over there.
Oh, I know. I've not been on for a while.
Yeah, I should go back.
Yeah, I need to go and finish.
I'll get the itch again soon. Just hang on, Jacinta. At some point, I'll be like, I really feel like playing Minecraft. Oh, yeah. Let me go on the veteran game.
Yeah, when he's off Rocket League and he's off Fallout 76, and then he goes back to Skyrim. And then he goes via Skyrim to Destiny 2.
Yeah.
He might finally get back around to
downtime.
Minecraft again.
But the other thing is, right, but here's the other thing. The Minecraft Veteran Gamers, the VG Hub server, is not on Steam. I can't, that's the Windows application. So I have to make a special mental note to be like, oh, yeah, I got to open that up.
Yeah, that's so much hassle.
There's a stumbling block. All I'm saying is there's a stumbling block. There's a reason I don't play it as
so
much.
difficult for
Sounds
you.
rough.
It's very difficult, yeah.
Rough, man.
Yeah. All right, do we have a speak pipe?
Wow. I sent it to you. Yeah, we had one.
Speak
pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
It was just a straight line so that we could introduce that and play that clip. So, yes, but this is a speak pipe from Dark Signs.
Derek.
I'm not playing it twice. It's a minute 24. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello, veteran gamers. Derek Signs back again.
Yeah.
And this week I'm going to mention video games for a change.
Oh.
I've been watching a lot of stuff online this week to do with GTA 5 and Skyrim.
Yay.
I don't know if you've heard of those two. But GTA 5 has now topped 150 million sales.
Okay.
That's something most games can only dream of.
Yep.
And Skyrim, well, it's been around 10 years almost. And they're both getting re-released, I guess is the right word.
Yeah, they are.
Given an extra coat of paint possibly for the new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series console.
Nobody cares.
And I wondered if anyone from the veteran gamers are going to pick up either the newer version of GTA 5 or the newer version of Skyrim. I believe there is some additions to Skyrim, but I'm not sure about GTA 5.
Fishing.
And as I said, they're probably going to keep doing this sort of thing for games as long as people keep buying them and they keep making money. And I believe this month there's the new remastered version of Diablo 2, which is a game I am interested in. I did play some of it back in the day on the PC, but I never finished the game. But it's looking pretty good, so I may wait for a price drop on that one before I buy it. I think it's out at the end of September. So the real questions, as I said, is anyone going to buy the new versions of the games, or are you happy with the versions you've got? And I'll leave it at that, so keep on gaming.
So I did buy the new version. So GTA 5 is a funny one, isn't it? Because it came out on the 360 and PS3, and then it got re-released on the Xbox One and PS4, and now it got re-released again on the Series X and PS5. And then if you go back to the PS2, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and the Stories games all got released on that one console. So I just feel like video games since the Xbox One X and the PS4 generation have been in a bit of a remaster slump. And there's a lot
why would they make a new game when they could just slap a coat of paint on the old one?
If you remember, that's exactly what happened with the Xbox One and also
literally
PS4
what I just said.
beginning.
Literally what I just said.
It's just the same, man. It's the same.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Since what I just said to you before you started paying attention was from 2013, since the Xbox One X and PS4, it has become so financially risky to make new IP and new video games that the publishers are gambling. That they're no longer gambling. They're hedging their bets with remasters, which seem to work because there's enough nostalgia with some games for people to go, yeah, I'll play that again, but prettier and quicker. And that's what we're doing. Now we're getting Crisis Trilogy remasters.
Yeah, finally.
Like, Alan Wake, man, Alan Wake.
But we're like,
Alan Wake.
Crisis
Myst just came out with another Myst version.
Crisis is a good example because Crisis is an okay game. Like the first one is fine. The second one's good. The third one,
the second one was fun in multiplayer. I remember the multiplayer.
I like the third one the best.
The third one, no one played, even though
I had fun with the third
but
one.
no one played it really.
Aside from Stu,
you had a bow and arrow. That's like the only thing people remember. About
I had a lot of fun with the third one.
And they're remastering it, and it's like I suppose they were good. They're so obscure, these remasters for these games, that like people don't even remember if they were good or not. And I feel like it just, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not that excited. There's nothing that comes out these days that I'm just like, oh yeah, I've got to play it. Oh, brilliant. 2018 feels like the best, sort of last best year we had. We had Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War in that year. Ghost of Tsushima was last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's sprinkles of nice things, but like back when 2008, 2007, I felt like there was like bangers coming out every goddamn month.
When was The Last of Us 2? Was that last year or the year before?
Last of Us 2 was 2020. Yeah.
19, wasn't it?
No, 20.
20?
No, I think that was last year.
It's 2020. Yeah. But there's like one or two a year now, whereas I feel like before.
Just a minute. What about Half-Life Alyx last year?
As I said, there's one or two a year now, whereas I felt like before there's like just more.
Spider-Man on the PS4.
Well, I mean, this is
2018 as well. Yeah,
right. 2018.
This comes back to the cost problem, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah,
it's just too expensive to gamble.
$200 million according to Sean Layden to make one PS5 exclusive.
Look at the gap between.
76 came out in 2018.
Oblivion came out in 2005, 2006, something like that. Duke, I think if you look, 2006, if I gambled something, if I was to bet on it, and then Skyrim was 2011. So that's like 5 years, and then Skyrim's 10 years old now, and we still haven't had anything from.
Oblivion was 2006, so it was 5 years.
So it's just ridiculous.
But now, okay, hang on though. Wait a minute. To be fair,
they made
it's not as though
Fallout
Bethesda
74,
hasn't been making games. They made Fallout 4, but they've been putting all their effort into these online things, these MMOs, and the fucking card games and shit, and Fallout Shelter and stuff. Like I think a lot of games have diversified into MMOs and like.
To make money, though.
Smaller
games.
It's all about the cash.
Exactly. It's the paper chase. But let's be honest. These game developers do not go into games, despite what they say during E3. They don't go into this shit because they love the experience of it. I mean, they're trying to make money. And it used to be there was one way to make money. You made AAA games for consoles, period. Now there's so many ways to make money, so they're going to chase all of those, which means they're putting less attention and effort and resources into those AAA games for consoles.
I agree. But I think it's got to be a balance, hasn't it? Because,
I think it should be a balance.
There's an audience for these crap games.
Yeah, you would say that, Stu.
But games
your financials don't depend on it, though. Whereas, like...
No, but they're not about... I mean, we were talking about Take-Two when you went for a piss, I think. But we were basically saying Take-Two, it's not about financials, because it's not... At the end of the day, they're going to make cash. But
well, no, but see, that's
how
the thing,
much
though.
cash can they make?
Right, that's how capitalism works. It's not you make cash or not. It's a question of how much can you improve your profit margins over the expectations of the people watching you, in terms of increased profit every quarter. Like that's the game they're playing.
How much do the shareholders get?
Right. Well, not just shareholders, but like how much more do they get each quarter? That's how you determine your value as a CEO. So in that game, they can't just say like, well, we have enough money this time right now. Like they can't say that. That's just not an option.
Well, unless you gave Newell. He seems quite happy with his lot.
Well, that's because Steam doesn't work like most companies works. Most companies don't tell you like wheel your desk wherever you want, like pick something to work on. Like we know that Steam is a freak company.
It is, but they're happy. I would imagine the developers are quite happy.
I would imagine
because it's like, look, you know what?
Yeah.
We can work on whatever we want. We can make whatever we want, and Gabe's not going to give a shit. He's just going to let us get on with it.
But how many games has Steam turned out in the last?
It doesn't
5
matter
years?
though, does it? Because
it does matter. That's what this whole argument's about. That's what this whole argument's
exactly
about.
what it is because
amazing,
but they've gone. We make so much money from something else that we can just afford to make whatever we want.
Right, exactly.
So
let's turn out a new
Rockstar
VR headset. Let's turn out a console. How about a handheld?
So Rockstar has gone. We make so much money from GTA Online. Let's just knock out Red Dead Redemption 2 whenever.
They're victims of their own success.
Yeah.
And again, like Rockstar's putting all their attention into GTA Online and Red Dead Online. So they're not spending a lot of time working on I mean, maybe they are. I don't know, but they play their cards.
I mean, they're working.
But I know that
they're working on it, but like they don't give a shit about. There's no motivation
and in the meantime,
to release it.
Right, and if they have a game that's going to come out in the end of 2022, in the meantime, they want to stay relevant. They want to stay in the news, and the MMO is the easiest way to do that because you could put out some new DLC for Red Dead, and everyone goes, "Oh my god!" Like I did back when I was playing that. So there's a lot of factors involved, and I agree with you, Stu, that they should be giving us, games that are like, I want Elder Scrolls 6. Don't get me wrong. I don't want another fucking update. And it's like Myst. Like seriously, Myst is just ridiculous. Like how many times do you have to keep redoing Myst?
Hey, it looks better now, though.
It looks a lot better now.
Better.
It's the same puzzles. I don't understand look, I get it. Like I get the nostalgia thing because I bought one of them books. I get if you only ever played the original and then you're I remember that game and then you get this one, okay, fine. But most people who buy this have bought every release that they've put out, and there have been like 10 of them. Like, what are you doing, y'all? Stop it. Stop rewarding this.
People will keep buying this shit.
I guess. That's why they keep doing it.
I'm kind of interested in Alan Wake, you know what I mean, as a remake.
Well, of course. See, everyone's a sucker for something.
We're buying them.
Right.
So
you really want to see a change? Organize a boycott, and we'll see.
Yeah, but no one. You
Good
won't
luck.
do one big enough to.
No one's ever going to give a shit enough.
Right.
Anyway,
so all we can do is keep pushing a little bit in that direction. Let them know how we feel. I mean, I could call up my buddy Neil Druckmann and be like, "Hey, listen,
hey Neil,
Naughty Dog, yeah,
how's it going?"
I mean, but I don't have any complaint again. Can you talk to someone at Bethesda, get them to work on that Elder Scrolls 6?
Weirdly, Naughty Dog have been hiring people to make a multiplayer game.
Of course.
Well, there you go. They're starting down that path, man.
Yeah, they are.
Tell you what.
But is that a multiplayer shooter or multiplayer
we'll
MMO
see.
style?
Well, you guarantee that Naughty Dog will release another single player AAA game before probably Rockstar will, because that's their financials depend on it.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of diversity in their offerings.
But, as soon as they have a multiplayer game or something, they would slow right down. And it's the same with, you can guarantee that the new God of War is going to come. Because
I mean, it depends on what kind of multiplayer game it is. Because, not that I'm putting this up as the epitome of games, but, we do get a new Call of Duty game every year.
Yeah. Yeah, but, there was Black Ops 4, which didn't have a multiplayer and didn't sell as well. Because they can't make cool trailers like they can with it as a single player.
Right. And I guess I would say, I don't know. I know people hate it, but it seems to me like with Call of Duty at least, who gives a shit about the story? Like, is anybody really paying attention to the story anymore?
No, nobody does. I mean,
single-player games can't be a big part of the sales.
They're not. From statistics, even when they did statistics,
so like,
most people only completed about 20%.
Well, but there's a difference between whether people play it or not, and whether they get mad if it's not there. Because let's not forget Star Wars Battlefront, right? Like,
but you know, you remember, like, it's gotta matter because Black Ops 4 didn't have it. And then the next year, it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that did, and they leaned in it hard. Yeah. Then they was like, no, this is everything. We're back to Call of Duty 4. You know what I mean? Modern day, no fucking around.
Right, and they got me to buy it.
Yeah, and everybody bought it. It was one of the best Call of Duties like in years.
And it was a well-made game. Like,
yeah, it was well made. They gave a shit about it. And all the levels were brilliant. Like it was a great single player Call of Duty game. It was probably one of the best ones they've ever done, and you know, it sold well, so it's got to matter, but why or how I don't know, but you know.
And it matters in different ways to different people. Reviewers are looking for certain things that the average gamer might not be interested in, right? So, you know, it's when I pity game developers in a way because they have to please so many different constituencies.
Yep.
And it's just got to be mind-numbing to be like, okay, have we given them enough new things? Do we have enough that's still from the old ones? Is the sound quality better? Do we have different guns? And just all these things. It's like, oh, I would not last long in that job.
No.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. There's a lot of jobs I wouldn't last long in.
No.
Yep. So anyway, thank you, Derek. We appreciate that.
Derek.
Speak Pipe. Good question.
Yeah. Good question.
Got us talking.
Yeah, dude. Still not getting it. I'm not even getting a PS5 at the moment. I'm just like, I don't see the point.
I mean, I've gave up on consoles 2 generations ago. So
I must admit, I like the Series S. I'm quite impressed with it. For a little box, great for just playing Game Pass games on. You know what I mean? When you're not bothered about anything else, it's perfect. Just download them and away you go. Sorted.
Away you go.
Sorted.
Yep. Speaking of
so,
sorted.
Yeah, I think it's time for some shout outs and get the hell out of it.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Shout out. I'll go first. I'm going to shout out Chinny for rejoining us this week.
You are
back.
Enjoy it while it's here, Chinny. Next week we'll be back to
this guy.
And also, obviously, Duke, who did a sterling job last week, the doofus.
Oh, it's an ironic shout out. I see.
There you go. And
what you really mean to say to me is,
you really suck.
Yeah, you do. And Dan, of course, for filling in last week. Thank you very much.
That's not ironic, Dan. We appreciate it.
I really appreciate that. And that's it for me. I'm done.
Yeah, I will shout out Antonio because he's often the first one to like my tweets when I send them out. But Brian has a lot of fun times with me on Twitter. And Kev at Westerman's been really active on Twitter lately. So, yeah, cheers to the Duchess for bringing me granola that I left in the lawnmower this afternoon when I mowed lawns. And Colin All Cars was asking questions about my shirts. So it's not that I choose my shout outs just by browsing at my most recent Twitter activity. I've been meaning to shout those folks out because I care about them and I really appreciate them being in touch with me.
Of course you do, dude.
And yeah. And also,
where's your book? Where's your book, by the way? When can I buy it?
You know what's funny? You say that. Like,
when
the
can I buy
box
your
is over
book?
there.
Yeah, when can I buy your book?
But I've been trying to get in touch with organizations, including libraries and bookstores. I've gotten in touch with 4 of them, and none of them are doing events right now. So I need to figure out a way to do an event that says, "Screw you, bookstores and libraries. I guess you don't want to help a local author. Thanks." So I'll just do an event at a park, I guess, or something.
Yeah, when can I buy your book? Buy your book.
Exactly. It's coming. Don't worry. I'll be spamming the link when it's out. But right now, start of the school year, always very hectic. I got millions of papers to grade. I got to focus on that right now. So, but thank you for your interest. It's delivered in Nimbus X, people. It's a coming.
All right, Chinny,
what do you got?
Well, shout out to Dan for filling in last week, and just shout out to my wife who organised the whole Wales thing and made my birthday special. She'll never hear this, but I think she can hear me in the next room. So,
did I told you that I show a picture of Tara to all my students at the beginning of every semester, because when you talk about
the book,
yeah, and I show that, like, because I'm like, I just wrote this book. I thought some friends would read it, and then like I got pictures from people, and like I just randomly started clicking on the one of Tara, and I was like, that's probably the best picture. So like I used that as like,
I'll tell her
look, my picture's in the London Underground.
Yeah,
so,
I'll let her know.
Yeah, thank you, Tara, for the cool picture.
Yeah.
I assume you took that, Chinny, so I should thank you for that.
I don't know actually. I don't know if I did. But yeah, yeah, it was a good birthday weekend, and I'm very tired now, and I'm gonna go to bed straight after this.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm gonna grade some papers.
Yeah, you're gonna grade papers. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, grade papers.
Is that right? Are we done?
Yeah. New Adventure Time episodes on HBO. They're fun. The first one's great. Second one is okay. It's a little long in the tooth about Marceline, but whatever. BMO, the first episode with BMO. Mwah, I love BMO. So cute. So fun.
Cool.
I've sat up now, getting ready to get up.
If this were a real attack, you'd be dead.
Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you just switch off your television and go and do something less boring instead? Sitting at home, watch TV, turn it up, smoke some weed.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, huh?
Anything's gotta be better than this Xbox bullshit.
Is that it? We're done?
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
We are done.
We are done. I want to know why. Here's the mystery I can't answer. Why did the recording cut off halfway through last week's show?
No idea.
I must have accidentally clicked on stop because there's no key for that. I don't think there's a key shortcut.
Yeah, and it's never accidentally stopped before, has it not?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, I don't get
Random.
it. That's the part that really drove me over the edge.
I know.
But it's
We could
okay. It
tell.
all worked out. I got to just let it go, you know?
We could tell with your huge apology at the beginning of the show that I deleted.
It wasn't that huge. It was like 30 seconds.
I'm so sorry that I screwed up and I made a real mess of this. I'm
Well,
really
that's what I think
sorry.
you ought to do when you screw up, is you should
I'm
apologize.
really sorry. It sounds like awful.
It was more
halfway
interesting than that.
through.
You're making it sound like I'm boring, and I'm
Oh,
not.
God. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. I'll grovel to you.
I never
people.
said that.
Please carry on
I don't
listening to the
apologize.
show, even
I
though
don't
it's
promise
just
to never
missed
do it
the book.
again.
I'm so sorry.
I know I'm gonna mess up things in the future. I think that's a dumb thing. I'll never do it again. You don't know that.
Well, I'm only saying what you said. Don't blame me.
It's not what I
for
said.
this.
You're putting
Don't
words
blame-
in my mouth.
Don't
My
blame me.
apologetic
Well,
mouth.
there's no proof. There's no evidence.
Oh, I have it. No, I didn't save it. Damn it. Damn you. No, that's not true. Because when I upload them to my server, that's the one I uploaded. So I could find that. I'm going to add it to the front of this one. No, you'll take it off again. Damn it.
Yeah, well.
You got me over a barrel.
Damn it. That's it. I'm going to bed, by the way. I'm working
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
gotta go to bed.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go to bed.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening. Gotta go.